The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Thursday, February 20th. The Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. So sign up. And when you do, sign up with the promo code TCESGPN to get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Earn up to $750 per month on your sports gambling transactions. Go to edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Get your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
This is Brian Bosworth, a.k.a. The Boz, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, brother. Peace out. Boz out.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks for Thursday, February 20th. YouTube.com/the college experience. Get on over there, hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
He's the kind of guy that would drink a gallon of gasoline so he could piss in your campfire. You could drop this guy off at the Arctic Circle wearing a pair of bikini underwear without his toothbrush, and tomorrow afternoon he's going to show up at your poolside with $1 million smile and a fistful of pesos.
Oh boy, shout out to Sean Allison. Let's go, boys. Watching live for the first time. There you go, on a flight home from Phoenix. Cheers, man. Safe travels. I am joined by my co-host. He is the host of the Ryan and Rush Show. Make sure you check out the College Basketball Experience pregame show as well. I know you had boots on the ground tonight too, but give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Moneyline Mac. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. Yes, I did have boots on the ground. It was a little bit of a wintry storm here in Richmond, so roads were shit, but found a way to get there, and I kind of saw a massacre in person, unfortunately. Cheers, everybody.
Mac tonight! Come on, make it Mac tonight! Yeah, I had I think I'm slightly in the green. Basically a 500 night. Which is better than the past two nights. That's the sad part. I want to come in talking shit, but I'm going to chalk it up to much like Providence and Illinois. I've been sick over here with the fucking flu. I popped a bunch of pills to make sure. I said last night's show was shit, honey. Give me the good shit, right? Yeah. And she whipped up some hot tea, poured some shit in there, cracked open some pill vials, just started throwing stuff in there. And I took a sip and I go, fuck yeah. Buddy, the games were great tonight.
Yep.
And it started off with the banger on that 3 o'clock slate.
Glitz, baby.
Oh man. Double lock. Clit. Yes. Just gonna be honest. If you're a Temple fan, you're probably pretty angry at those refs. Some terrible officiating in this. Like a huge out of bounds play that went in Charlotte's favor because upon review, you can't change the absolute mauling the player took on a layup. But the ball did go off him on the way down. They had a legit reason to be a little pissed off, but the Clits get it done. Every Temple game goes to overtime. Those are the rules. Your thoughts?
Yeah, the most corrupt team ever always goes to overtime. Great game. Wish we had more of these 3 o'clock standalone games. I had overtime on in the car, so I was listening to it. So good win for the Clit, and You know how like with the miners we do the tink 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 when we say click click click. I don't know what the hand jet like. What do we do for that one? That could go a lot of different ways.
Yeah, we got to work on that one in the off season.
Yeah, we gotta put the work.
Could it be like a soft clap? Just a
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, maybe that works there.
You were saying that. I was like, what do I do with my hands when I'm like egging you on to you keep saying clit?
Yeah, I do remember that, Jenkins. I remember that. Funny times. That wasn't the only massacre.
Oh God, Virginia massacre.
I'm glad I stayed away, but Moneyline Mac did lock up VMI, who let's just say it was 44 to like 15 or something at halftime. Wofford had a 40-point win. Key Dets occasionally will go back to being the Key Dets. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, as good as VMI has been this year, they look like the old VMI today. God damn, that was a fucking beatdown,
dude. Out the gate, I had that on one of the TVs, and I was like, okay, we can move on from this one.
Yeah, they've been so good. They had not looked like that in months, and they got railroaded. I don't know if they had injuries or maybe they had the flu. Everybody's got the flu now, but they got fucking killed.
Yeah. I mean, that was one of the worst ones today. We double lock this one. Come from behind victory. Those Army Black Knights getting it done.
Nobody.
I mean, I got to be honest. For a while there, it looked like AU was going to fuck them up. Like AU was beating them for a good amount, but down the stretch, we made the plays, got it done. Boom. Army, your thoughts? Huge win for them.
Huge win. The dream season keeps on going. I mean, we keep talking about how impressed we are with this Army team. Ryan
Curry for Army. Big part of that comeback.
Yep. Are they one game back now in first place?
Yeah.
16, 11, 10-5. I mean, goddamn. Go Army.
Then in the Patriot League, picked this correctly, just didn't bet it. Of course, the time I don't bet fucking Holy Cross. Holy Cross wins by 5. Picked it correctly. I feel good about that. Just not good enough because I have bet them a lot this year. Probably in the red on Holy Cross, if I had to be honest. Your thoughts on the Crusaders getting it done?
Good win. I mean, we like Dave Paulson, but like you said, they kind of been a little bit snake bit this year. They feel like they've lost a bunch of close games, but yeah, good win tonight. What's up, Bienick?
Hey, Colby, your camera for some reason it's getting out of focus quite often right now on the show. Put your hand like in front of it like this and allow it to like recalibrate and then see if that works.
Fucking Spielberg over here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on, but it's just, I don't know, bothering me a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know if it's, it might just be that this computer, I'm going to give this computer to the Army when I'm done. So when
yeah, Patriot League.
Yeah. So when they need to go into a I don't know, like a shack in somewhere, Baghdad or something, and they need to blow up a building, just throw this fucking laptop in there and just no? Maybe not Baghdad, but somewhere now. Where's our wars? Where are the wars going on right now? Everywhere, right?
Yeah, go get the Taliban, fucking just throw your laptop at them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If the Taliban come for me, I don't need to go for the gun. I just throw my laptop. Have fun with that. Boom. It's going to blow up.
I'm amused that like the entire chat's surprised that I knew what I was talking about.
Who knew? Bienick, the fucking director there. Okay, you were at this game. Why didn't we bet VCU? VCU 80, UMass 51. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, the number was 17.5. It kind of felt like it was telling. And I got there early enough where I could at least go say hi to those guys before the game. And they said they were battling the flu. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, man, was afraid that they were going to get blown out already. And then when they said they had the flu, I was like, oh, this could get really, really ugly. And then I'll give VCU credit. Like the fans, there's a snowstorm here, and people in the South, they fucking are jack fucks when it comes to a little bit of weather. They lose their mind. Yeah. They showed the fuck up still, and it ended up being a nice environment. And UMass had dudes puking in the trash can 3 feet away from me because I was sitting behind the UMass bench over here drinking my beer. Then here comes Rashul Diggins, and he gets subbed out of the game and yaks all in the trash can. And I'm like, God damn! And it's they got housed right from the tip. VCU makes 14 threes, 14 and 29. UMass 0 of 10. That's not a recipe to win a game in 2025.
That flu shit's real. It's going around right now, man. I got a splitting headache right now. But I'll say this: after last night's show, man, I was on that. I was close to that. I felt like I gave you guys everything. Jordan flu game. Yeah. But it turns out I just gave you an average night of picks. sums up my entire life.
The chat saying I should have live bet VCU after I saw that. The problem is they jumped on them like 15-2. Well, and at that point the number was already 26 or 27. I go, this is.
Well, you also do live in Virginia, and you were in Virginia, so you wouldn't have been able to do that.
I got other ways to get down on it, but you know what I did instead? I said, I'm going to the fucking bar to get another fucking drink because this is going to be a fucking avalanche. I felt bad for Frank tonight. I mean, that game was on national TV and they got fucking embarrassed. But dude, VCU's like it's. We watch these teams on TV. When you go up in person and you get to just see them like size wise, VCU looks like a high major team. They got big guards. Their bigs are athletic. Like they pop. Like they get off the bus eye test. They look way better than UMass just from the eye test.
Yeah. Shout out to Nick's BK 718. There you go. Hit a 7-legger. Give us $10. Appreciate you, Nick's. I mean, VCU plays the huge game Saturday at home against George Mason. We're all looking forward to that. If they get through that, I mean, there is the Capital Classic. Or is that William and Mary in Richmond? I always get there. Like they have
Capital Classic is next Tuesday. That's Richmond and VCU, and I know
there's a similar name for the William and Mary Richmond game. Yeah, it always fucking confuses me. But that one, I guess historically, you can never say that's a for sure win. But you look after that, and you're like, yeah, I don't see them losing at home to Davidson. I don't see them losing at Duquesne. I don't see them losing at home to Dayton. I mean, if they beat Mason, there's a strong chance, man, that this is a team that is going to be 20, 25 and 5 or 26 and 5, whatever their amount of games they're playing.
Who have they lost? Who are their losses to? Just at do they have a bad loss?
At St. Louis, they lost.
Seton Hall was aged like milk. They have a loss to Seton Hall. They went 1-2 in that.
Steve Alford got him.
Of course he did.
Steve.
And the Nevada loss isn't aging well either. So that Charleston's Classic is not kind to VC.
Yeah, but to your point, that fucking game at the Pit, they were back and forth in that Pit game. That was a good game. They didn't get blown out at the Pit. Whatever, they sucked in that Charleston tournament, but ever since that Charleston tournament, they've been a fucking wagon. I mean, they lost a crazy game on New Year's Eve at the Bonnies at the very end, and then they lost the game at St. Louis where all the fans were getting in a brawl. Those are the only losses. They've been
awesome.
They kind of been a fucking wagon. If you're an A10 loyal fan, you want VCU to beat Mason, I think.
And then you want them to beat him in the tourney, right?
Yeah, you want somebody to beat VCU in the tournament there.
Yeah, and in all honesty, too, I think they're going to beat Mason. I think they're
of course, but I think if you're Mason, you're like, man, you need them in Fairfax too. You're kind of pissed off that it's a one game in Richmond. Oh, hey, is the A10 tournament still in DC?
It's in DC. I might think about swinging up for that actually. Since
you want to know
selection Sunday this year, I may swing up there.
You want to know who was a referee for that upset win by Seton Hall?
High knees.
Yeah, and that trend that Rocco sent us is going very strong as Rutgers beat Washington tonight.
Oh,
as
TV.
a dog.
By the way, TV Teddy was on the fucking game tonight that I was at. Valentine.
There we go.
He was trying to fuck with Frank, and Frank wasn't having it tonight. He's like, Frank's like, shut the fuck up. I'm not fucking talking to you. Like, I'm not yelling at you or blaming you for us being down, but I'm not in the mood to be fucking around. We're down fucking 30. TV Teddy was like trying to fucking poke because they have a decent because what's his name? Teddy would go to Bob Huggins' fantasy camp every year because he's from West Virginia. So they've known each other forever. But then Valentine thought it was a good idea tonight to fuck with Frank, and I'm like, dude, Teddy, shut the fuck up. Like, he's down 30. He's not in a fuck around mood right now. He's gonna fucking whip your ass after the game is what he should do.
Yeah. Frank Martin's one of the few people for college basketball coaches where I would feel like a lot of them you can talk shit to. It's not like football, right? Yeah. I feel like a lot of them you'd be like, oh, fuck off. And then like I remember when I got kicked out of like stadium giving Patino shit when I was 21. I was pissed drunk. But I stand by that. I stand by that. Frank Martin's one where it's like, you shut the fuck up. I'd be like, okay, I'm shutting up. I'm shutting up, man. Longwood, double lock against Gardner Webb. Boom. Got it done. They needed that bounce back after a tough couple games. Mercer took down the Citadel by 10. I believe they covered correctly, and you picked that correctly. I did not pick that correctly, but I didn't bet that game. But you guys had a battle here. Penn State 89, Nebraska 72.
Finally, Penn State showed up. Finally.
Yeah, I mean, this one was, they gave up 50 to Penn State in the first half. That's got to be a record for like 20 years, right? When's the last time Penn State had more than 50 at 50 at halftime?
Shout out to Jack Fuck that tried to troll me on Twitter and say for my picks, and then he goes, "Watch how easy this is." And he takes Nebraska and screenshots. I go, "Well, Penn State's fucking a lock tonight." I should have
kiss
down.
Yeah. Penn State put up 1.3 points per possession tonight. Ridiculous.
I don't know what happened here. I had to do the grid a couple times. When I was watching this game, the shipment had came in.
Colby, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I mean, we've got a new excellent name here with the profile.
With the Fran photo. There we go. Jack Fuck Police. Shout out to Jack Fuck Police. I honestly, when I was watching, LaSalle was up from like 5 to, I'd say from 2 to 8 or somewhere in that stretch. I thought a good chunk of this game. Late in the second half, I guess Richmond made a run and got this dub. So I gave you a lemon. The shipment came in the first half. Apparently, it was a first half shipment.
Yeah.
My apologies, Fran. What the fuck's going on?
It kind of sucks seeing them suck this bad. They've hit
no one was at that game, dude. No one was at that fucking game.
I heard he's gonna do another year. I heard so we'll see. They may not give him another year.
That's what I was about to say. It's like the Boeheim wanted to keep coaching. They told him, dude, go pick boogers at your fucking house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cody Frazier, I did see what you tagged me, and we will address that in a little bit. Shout out to Cody Frazier. Hope you're well, brother.
Oh, I'm no longer a fan. I figured it out. I'm no longer a fan.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Done. West Virginia, Cincinnati. This is a magical cover by me. I was getting 3.5.
Oh my gosh.
Magical cover. Magical fucking cover. Bad inbounds. Ball goes out of bounds. I I'm not even sold that it was out of bounds on Dub V. Were you? Did you?
No, I raced out of the Siegel Center once. I said goodbye and good luck to those guys, and I raced over to a bar just down the street and was able to flip on the game. I watched the last 9 minutes. I was good luck, I'll say, because I got in there. They're down 6, and I go, oh my god, we're gonna fucking lose to Cincinnati. We're going to the NIT and all this, and they race back, get the lead, and yeah, I thought that was off of Cincinnati. I don't know how that didn't get overturned, but I guess they went with the play on the floor stance. I'm starting to get fucking Kansas vibes against Houston, where we couldn't get the fucking ball in bounds. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. And then we gave up a wide open 3 at the end. Small losses, man, on whatever screen they set. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Speaking of not being able to inbounds, that was kind of the theme today.
Yeah.
Did you see the beginning of the NC State North Carolina game? Probably not, right?
No, I just saw the score and I go, oh, wow.
Chat, did you guys catch NC State could not inbound the ball? I'm talking, we're like a minute into the game. They couldn't inbound the ball.
Yeah.
NC State Carolina was going full court press, and NC State was a walking turnover. I mean, this thing got out of hand early. The pussy. Why did I bet on the pussy pack? Why did I bet on the pussy pack?
I mean, traditionally, this is their spot. They play up to Duke and Carolina, and then they suck against everybody else. But
so you can't. I mean, they act like they've never seen a full court press in their entire fucking life. Come on.
Yeah, they fucking suck. They suck. Like the more and more I think about it,
I'm telling you, they keep run to the Final Four. I said it last year. That was the best thing that could have happened for if you're a fan of ECU, if you're a fan of North Carolina, if you're a fan of Duke, if you're a fan of Wake, any of those schools. Best thing that could have happened, because they were going to fire Keats, and then it put them in a tough jam, and they extended them, and now they're stuck with that. And that buyout's coming. You're going to have to pay the fucking players. They're going to have there's no more cash for these ridiculous Jimbo Fisher buyouts, and you're stuck with them. Why did I bet him is the problem, huh? Hey, I'm going to blame it on the meds. Blame it on the fucking meds. What's up?
Do you realize in the ACC it's a 15-team tournament? They added 3 teams, so 3 teams are not going to miss or not make the tournament. Boston College is one of them. The other 2 are 2 teams that have been to the Final Four in the last 2 years in ACC and NC State of Miami. You think the fucking ACC had a couple fluke runs? I think so. My God.
Yeah.
How can you not qualify for your own conference tournament and how bad the league is this year? Yeah.
Shout out to Cheyenne McIntyre. First time catching the show, but I watch every day after work. Big respects. Thank you, man. Likewise. You know, I had tonight's my discipline night. You know that, right?
Man or woman. Thank you very much.
What did I say?
Man.
Did I call it?
No, I'm just saying. I think Cheyenne's a woman's name too. So I just wanted to make sure that we're not.
It's like Colby. My name's Colby. I've met a girl named Colby before too. So it's like that shit goes both ways.
The best ones, and I've gotten fucked up by this too, is the name Courtney, because you could run into a black guy that is
Courtney Alexander, the fucking great shooting guard for Virginia / Fresno State.
Yeah,
he was a baller.
I've gotten myself.
And the running back, that was Sean Alexander. I'm fucked up. Sorry.
You met a girl named Sean Alexander? Were you hanging out with Dwight Howard?
I don't know if I've got a nickname Sean. I'm sure there is a Sean out there, but yeah, never mind.
Shout out to Rocco Miller, who said, "Good evening, everyone. High knees erupted in Seattle to the tune of 37 Rutgers free throws, a game that mattered for making the Big Ten tournament." And I know, Rocco, unfortunately we were on Rutgers. So first shout out to Rocco Miller. He's great. If you haven't followed him, you got to. College Hoops 101 right there. I
had always said it before we even met him. He was my favorite follow. So yeah.
Yeah. I actually hated him around Rocco. No, Rocco's the man, but I know he was probably rooting for his guys. Rutgers, benefits off of having high knees coasting the game. Your thoughts, Mac? I guess we could just jump right into that.
Well, let me ask you this: do they want Washington in the tournament or Rutgers in the tournament?
They want Rutgers.
Who's got 2 lottery
picks? Yeah.
All right, Rutgers, you're in.
Yeah.
Tough.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say tough first year in a way for Sprinkle. What do you make of that first year in Washington? Is he the right guy for the gig?
That's a good question for Rocco.
I think so, and I think Rocco would agree with this. I know he paid Great Osabar $2 million. That was a bad investment, but it also at the same time was kind of a thank you because I would not have got this gig without Great Osabar at Montana State and Utah State. But he's got to get way more athletic, way quicker, and they need their teams. I'm trying to think of a team. Like they just need to. They don't look really like a Big Ten team right now. They kind of look like a mid-major team this year. A bunch of misfits. But he'll get he's a good coach.
I was impressed with him at Montana State. And then, I mean, everyone at Utah State just seems to be like, you step right in and they're incredible. But I still think it'll work out. I like the hire when it first happened, especially coming out of the Hopkins era. So,
by default, he's already
yeah.
Hopkins was horrible.
I like the comment here from John Shadell saying, I self-identify as a shithead. I do as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's a lot. I backed away. Had the discipline last night to not bet Detroit. Well, IUPUI went into the hospital and terrorized that fucking place. 80-71. See? That's the discipline. Your thoughts, I almost called you Bienick. Your thoughts, Mac, on IUPUI.
I should not have shown discipline. I should have bet IUPUI. Damn it.
It's true. One of my top plays of the night, especially.
They must have recycled the Horizon League schedule because those two teams played each other Valentine's Day last year, and it's like 5 days later they played each other. So they must have just turn that thing over. Same teams, same structure of schedule. I don't know. I could be bullshitting, but I just think it's funny.
Charles Walker. There we go.
This is Jets on fire per usual.
Yeah, they're great. This was one of my favorite plays. You caught me on the SGP show. Gave this thing away here as one of my top plays of the night. East Tennessee State minus was it like 1.5 against Greensboro. You know I love the SoCon. My heart resides in the SoCon tournament. And this was a neck and neck game at the half. I was a little nervous. Watch this whole game. But man, the second half, it was like ETSU got shot up in a fucking cannon. They put it on them, outscored them 33-17 in the second half. Big time win. They needed that because they were falling back, beating the second place team in Greensboro. Mac, I think you hopped on with me on this, right?
Yeah, it took our Buccaneers, man. Good win. Caught the last 10 minutes of this game, but they had already grabbed control of this thing. I think Brooks Savage is doing a good job with that program, so they continue on here.
Yeah. So I opened up on fire, and then I hit a little. This is the rough patch that's coming.
Yeah.
And then I closed back on fire, but hit a little rough patch. It started right here because the George Washington Colonials, piles of shit. I hate them. I just hate that institution. All right. And St. Joe's walks in there, double-digit win. Come on. At the Charles Smith Center. Makes me think of that time he just couldn't dunk it. Went with the 5 straight layups and got blocked in each one. But yeah, I mean, look, shout out to St. Joe's because I am a skeptic of St. Joe's on the road always. This is very impressive, let alone to win by double digits on the road too. Your thoughts?
Yeah, St. Joe's is talented, but it's just if they can put it together consistently. But yeah, they went in there and kind of flexed on them a little bit here. They had a good road trip, all things considered, because they should have won that Mason game on Saturday, and then they looked good again tonight. So I don't know. St. Joe's a team that could win the A-10 tournament. Their guards are good.
I don't think so.
They made it to the semis last year, right?
I would be willing to say like I'd put a bunch of teams ahead of them. that are more capable to me.
Yeah, I'd probably put him 4th or 5th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You got VCU and Mason. You got St.
I'd put St. Louis above them. I'd put Dayton above them. I'd put. Now you're getting interesting. Now you're getting right around.
I think St. Joe's is 5.
I'm trying to think who else would even be considered after that.
Well, our big knock on St. Joe's is coaching with Billy Lang with the consistency to.
I'll put the Bonnies. I'll put the Bonnies in front of them.
I'll throw Loyola Chicago.
Oh, Chicago, yeah.
St.
Joe's has better players than the Bonnies, but
of course, but Schmidt.
The Bonnies have Mark Schmidt. Yeah, he's a good coach. Maybe UMass can get off the flu bug. I mean, fuck, 2 weeks ago they were the 4 seed. Now they're like the 8 seed. Damn it!
Yeah,
I jinxed them.
I'd probably put St. Joe's 7th, 6th.
Yeah, I just don't think that I would trust. You could even sell me on a run by Frank or Fran or any just because the pedigree,
Bonnies are going to win the tournament. I've already predetermined it's a young Bonnies team. Mark Schmidt, he's gonna come in through the back door like he always does.
Navy Colgate. The system should have hit. I mean, we're up by 15, 16 points.
Yeah.
Of course, Navy backdoors this thing. This was the correct play. I'll fight anybody on this one. No apology for this one. The system was right. Look at it at halftime. They had a 10-point lead. I'm telling you, this thing got up to 16 or 17. Your thoughts?
Yeah. I didn't see how they missed the cover. Because I was at the game, I chalked it up as I thought they were going to cover. Then I checked back and they don't cover. I was like, damn it. So disappointing to your point.
Well, I'll tell you what. What's that?
Only 2 teams in the A10 have a top 5 offense and top 5 defense in the conference right now this year. Who are they? 2 teams.
VCU is definitely one.
VCU is one.
Is St. Joe's the other?
St. Joe's is the other.
Really?
Like their talent passes the eye test, but it's Billy Lang that is the holdup.
Who did I take that upset them earlier in the year? They lost to someone they should not have lost to.
Sal beat them, I think.
That's maybe that.
Central
That might have been. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I think Duquesne got him too in one of the matchups, but
who won Duquesne won the A10 tourney last year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
And they beat
they beat BYU and then they threatened Illinois, I believe.
Well, what about who did they beat? They beat VCU in the finals.
Oh, you're talking about in the A10.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to remember who made it to the Final Four last year. I think St. Joe's lost to VCU, and then I can't remember who Duquesne beat. Did they beat Dayton?
Duquesne.
I think they did.
Duquesne beat VCU in the finals and Bonnie's in the semis, then Dayton in the quarters.
Wow, okay, they went through it. They went through it,
and they beat SLU in the opening round. And SLU had talent; they were just terrible.
Yeah.
Well, and if you remember, Richmond was the 1 seed, but then Richmond got picked off by St. Joe's.
We called that. We called that.
Richmond was counterfeit the whole year.
Folks, want to tell you the college basketball experience, part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Check us out. We got the SGPN app, and if you're looking for free picks daily for college basketball, NBA, college baseball, NHL, MLB, CFL, UFL, and obviously when the season comes back around, college football, FCS, college football, NFL, just really everything you can fucking think of. Download the SGPN app. It's free in the App Store and Google Play Store. So do that and let it ride. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Yes, SGPN's partnered up with Edge Boost, the premier Visa debit card for bettors. An Edge Boost card allows you to avoid the hassle of having your card denied at the sportsbook, DFS site, sweepstakes site, racetrack, or casino. Plus, you can earn up to $750 per month in cashback rewards for using your Edge Boost card. And you know your money is safe as the card is FDIC insured. The best part is no credit checks and it's completely free. Sign up today. Use that promo code SGPN. to get better cashback rewards and instant tier 2 status. That's edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. That's edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. Yes, MyBookie is your place to bet every single sport. Plus, there's props for every game, and the live dealer casino is a bundle of fun. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations too, even outside of the States. You can easily deposit and get lightning fast payouts using crypto. So head on over to mybookie.ag. Use that promo code TCESGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Plus, they're going to give you a little $10 casino chip to get your beak wet there. That's mybookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. All right, we are back. And I don't care what you fucking say in the chat. Turning around this, I know who the fuck I am. I'm gonna turn around this podcast right now. SMU destroyed fucking Notre Dame. What a horrible fucking play.
Bought into the 1 game bump.
At least his son had a big game, 21 points.
I'm gonna keep pounding the table. Notre Dame is a top team I'm disappointed in this year, just because of how bad the fucking ACC is. Like, I felt like they should be where Louisville is, but they have not put it together in year 2. They had all those guys coming back from last year, and they finished strong. And
look, if you're not going to come to the fucking chat now, don't come in March. All right? I know who the fuck I am.
Well, I mean, because he's not really a big portal guy either. So I don't know what Notre Dame's going to do here. They're not going to fire him, obviously. They're not going to fire him. It's only year 2, but
I wouldn't say he's a big portal guy, but he's a big, I'll pluck one. Like,
yeah,
this guy fits. The Sienna, Pickett, Jalen Pickett, and also this year with a loco. So
you try to get an athlete because you got out rebounded by 22 fucking rebounds. Right? I mean, you let a team that was in the AAC come up there. I mean, this thing was over early, man. Unbelievable. That was a bum ass pick by me.
As SMU is going to claim they should be in the dance now. Watch.
Well, that's what I'm saying. People were making fun of me last night for talking about that. I'm telling you, they have a game this Saturday against Clemson.
That's the game.
That's what I'm saying. If they win that, now knowing SMU, they'll probably lose when they hit the Bay Area the weekend, the game after. But if they win that Clemson game, you are going to see some of these bracketology people have them in the mix. I guarantee you.
Then you're going to check the caller ID, and it's going to be like, hey, that bracketologist just got off the phone with George Bush. And magically, SMU is the Final Four in.
Why do you think they were going to put Bama in, and George Bush made a phone call? Right? He said, no. It's easy to see a tide turn. All right.
I love
literally.
I loved Mac's quote tweet.
It's easy to see a tide turn.
Sorry.
On the North Carolina graphic that got put out today of their resume.
Oh my
Mac's God. Just like, no.
Stop that bull. Yeah, dude. They're already trying to cram Carolina. I said, stop, man. Stop.
They're gonna get in, I guarantee you.
They have to beat Duke. I've already said they have to beat Duke.
They'll lose to Duke. They'll beat like Pitt again in the ACC tournament. And then that's going to be the one to get them in. We knew this
for Pitt in a goddamn tournament to keep Carolina out. God damn it.
This next game was ridiculous. We said it last night. Why was Indiana State laying 7.5 points against Evansville? We were afraid to bet it because we thought, what the hell is this line? Of course, Evansville wins by 5 outright. Damn it. We knew Evansville was better than them. It was just the line was confusing. Sometimes they do that on purpose. Your thoughts?
They drilled them. I mean, to your point, the line kind of stunk, and it's these fucking lines, man. Sometimes you just like it pops, and you're like, what? And then usually, if it pops, and you're saying what, take that side.
100%.
Especially with all this flu going around, it's like they know which team has the flu at times. Like I felt like that VCU number was huge tonight, and then I'm like, I mean, that's a lot of points to lay, but I mean, it was completely the right side.
Yeah. Duquesne stuck it to Fordham by 9. No bet. Boston put it on. We should have bet BU. Put it on the Greyhounds of Loyola by only 2. Why did I think it was 20? High Point. That's probably why I was thinking of that. High Point drilled Charleston Southern by 23. I know you ate shit on that. Glad I stayed away.
Yeah.
We both ate shit on this. Shout out to Virgil, giving us $10. Appreciate you, Virgil. Vanderbilt for one half, we were on to it. We were looking good. Kentucky just went to another gear in the second half. Rupp Arena was the difference here. 20-point win or 21-point win by Kentucky. Your thoughts?
Yeah. So I just saw them blow open the game. It was a 1-point game at half, and then kind of it looked like Big Blue got the best of Vandy. Kind of maybe moment too big for Vandy in that building. Made shots, crowd got involved, and they ran away with it. So Kentucky continues to be, I don't know, an interesting team. Like, how do you gauge Kentucky? I know they're very polarizing because they do have the Kentucky name. I feel like they can beat anybody, but I feel like they could also lose anybody.
Yeah, no, I would say the same. It's still great to see to me, like, not to shit on Calipari, but like you see them running like it's Calipari. It seemed like less coaching, just like, oh, let the athletes be the athletes. And it seems like they have a system they buy into. And I think that is kind of refreshing after years of kind of disappointment. I'm with you though. That wouldn't shock me if they lost in the first round, and also wouldn't shock me if they ended up in the Elite Eight.
Can you imagine if they lose in the first round after all the years Calipari lost in the first round and Pope loses in the first round? But to your point, like, they're kind of set up to lose in the first round because they're kind of a cha-cha-cha team. They depend on a lot of jump shots. But to your point, if Calipari had this team, they wouldn't be in the tournament. Pope has done a great job fucking running this good offense, and they look like BYU last year. That's who Kentucky looks like. It's kind of funny. BYU is Kentucky now. It's hilarious.
Yeah, and to be honest, Mark Pope doesn't have an NCAA tournament win in his career. Yeah. That was just how the coaching carousel last year went, in a way. So would I be surprised if they don't win? No, not at all. And this is not your typical Kentucky team with all the blue chip recruits. And like Mac mentioned, they kind of built it through the portal to be a little bit like BYU. So we'll see what it looks like long term. But this year, I don't know. I totally agree with you guys. They could lose to anybody but beat anybody. It's kind of a weird team.
I think the unknown is exciting, though.
Yeah. I mean, Colby, let me ask you this, and I know it's Kentucky. If they lose in the first round, I still say it's a successful year in terms of, like, the excitement behind the product going forward.
I think with everything, like the fact you didn't have to buy out Calipari, too. Do we need to talk about that?
Yeah, that was a win.
I mean, that's like that was almost like who was it? Satterfield, the Louisville football coach. They're about to fire him, and Cincinnati's like, you know what? We'll take him. And there's this part of his contract where we have to pay you $3 million. Okay, here you go. They're just like, sure, please. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch though. Winthrop completed the season sweep on Presbyterian.
Barely
covered by a half a point
again.
Yeah, unbelievable. Didn't bet that one though.
Investigate those games. How does both game land on the number?
Seriously, especially that one. That one was the first one was just ridiculous. Providence, Georgetown. Oh boy, I'm doing the grid. Right. Shout out to Dave Sherapan, my guy. He's like telling me, he's like, yeah, I hear Providence has got the flu. The whole team's got the flu.
Yeah.
Well, hell, I had this handicap of Georgetown's only got seven scholarship athletes.
No,
many guys out. Damn it. Ed Cooley, may his mother rest in peace. I'm glad to see. You know, had I not bet on this, I would love to see traditionally the coach. You know, anybody that's lost their mother, I want to root for that.
Yeah.
Georgetown. I'm glad to see the players got up for him though. 93-72. What an ass whooping. I didn't have it on the volume. I had it on one of the TVs, but it was not the one on audio. I don't do the Bienick thing, but I know Micah Peavy went off. But did you catch any of this?
I caught the last 12 minutes when they're up like 12 and then they blew it open. I think tonight's a reflection of maybe this is an overreaction on my part. I don't think it is. I think it's a reflection of which way the programs are going. I think Providence is going in the wrong direction. Kim English took over a great team. I mean, he had Devin Carter, who was a top 10 pick in the NBA draft. Hopkins, I know, got banged up, so I won't use that one against Kim English. But, I mean, he had a top 10 pick last year. This year they've been underwhelming. And I think Georgetown, with Cooley, it's taken a minute, but it was a dumpster fire when he took over, and I think they're slowly getting there, and I think they'll be a tournament team next year. You and I both, I'll speak for both of us, we're not high on the Kim English hire. And
I just thought he hadn't proven himself as a good coach. I thought those Mason teams, I have nothing personally against Kim English. I just thought, I just thought I was like, I don't even understand what was get a Big East job. He had not done a good enough job at George Mason to me. At George Mason, like the only thing I'll say is like under Paulson, Mason had no athletes.
Yeah.
English brought in athletes, but then they didn't win. Like they didn't look good in the big games to me. Like they didn't look well prepared and stuff. So maybe he ends up being a great coach long term down the road. But I thought they were jumping the gun. Yeah,
I'm with you. He should have had to grind in the A-10. And I mean, I thought he prematurely got the Mason job. I know he worked for Rick Barnes at Tennessee, and he worked for I think Frank Haith as well, his college coach. I thought he should have had a lower job and grind over there a little bit. But I mean, credit to him, good agent. Obviously, he's sharp. He's a sharp dude, well spoken. It's just I felt like they prematurely hired him. I felt like they wanted to get a younger version of Cooley, and they were like set on, we got to get somebody that's young, energetic, and we're going to go for this big thing. And it just, I don't see it working out.
Yeah. I just, once again, it just earned it to me. And I don't mean that in a, like, I'm sure he's dedicated to his job and he's professional and all that shit and works probably countless hours, but they just didn't pass the eye test to me. They didn't pass the eye test. So
like Neptune, I thought earned it when he went to Fordham and did a good job for a year. Now Neptune hasn't worked out either, but Neptune and English, I just not good jobs in the first couple of years.
Yeah. We should have bet Western Carolina. They almost beat Chattanooga.
Yeah.
They had a halftime lead, man. I'm telling you, they're much improved. They're much improved. We ate shit on Southern Illinois. Unbelievable.
Also on their fucking home court.
Unbelievable.
They priced it like it was a Dan Murray home game, and we were all over that it actually had Southern Illinois. God damn it.
Yeah. Brutal beat there by a half a point. And then ECU, the fucking game. Classic Mike Schwartz.
You can fire him now.
I mean, he should be. It's a lot like honestly, it's a lot like Kim English.
Yeah,
it's very similar, and guess what they have in common?
Barnes.
They were Rick Barnes' assistant,
but ECU's not Providence.
True, no, but I'm comparing it to George Mason.
Okay.
When George Mason went out and hired English, you just said like he wasn't even qualified for that. Like, well, George Mason's been to a Final Four. They have multiple tournament wins, different seasons. ECU hasn't, so ECU's a much worse gig in a way. But man, he's done. Our roster looks better than it's ever looked. I would say, like,
in a great job with the portal. To your point,
but you can't be this flat in a pivotal game, man. They woke up late with like 5 minutes left in the game. They started to actually play really good, but they were down like 17, so they cut it to. I feel like if there's 10 more minutes on the clock, they probably win the game. But you can't do that. You can't be that much asleep, and it's a big problem. It's the lack of consistency is terrible there. So
You know what's hilarious, Colby, is ECU's had some really good players come through there over the last couple of years. I mean, I know Newton. Newton didn't play for Schwartz. He was for Dooley, right?
He was Dooley.
Okay. But you know who started? Who was Schwartz's first point guard? Javon fucking Small.
Yeah.
Who's like almost at an All-American. He's at an all Big 12 level. I mean, imagine if they could have kept him in that program. Obviously, he goes over to Oklahoma State now at West Virginia, and he's had an unbelievable year. But, like, Schwartz has got good talent in there. It's just they've lacked consistency. But, hey, you didn't want to go in on a big win streak. You wanted to be flying under the radar.
He just, like, the problem is this, as an ECU fan. It doesn't matter the year too. Like, I think this is the most talented roster we've had.
Agreed. You look the part.
Like, I thought we should have beat Memphis at Memphis, but at the same time, like, when you play the worst team in the conference, you're like, oh god. You're like, you know what I mean? Like, you're just like, gosh, this is gonna be even some of those ones we've actually won.
Yeah.
But man, it took every fucking thing in that game to win that game, and you leave thinking that, like, what happened? Yeah, Jaden Gardner. There's another one.
Man, like, I'm not just saying this because you're at ECU. Like, it's when I watch ECU, I can see where you say this team could make a run in the tournament. Maybe not win it because it's so hard to win that many games in a row, but they could get to the semis or finals last year. What are they right now? The 6th seed? I mean, you're going to be scared to death of that first round game against Tulsa.
They have. Did you watch High Point? They had Bobby Pettiford last year.
Yes.
ECU did. So, I mean, they've had some guys that, you know.
He's done pretty dang good at acquiring talent. Some of the pieces don't all fit together.
Yeah.
And we've seen that repetitively here.
Yeah, Brandon Johnson. That's another good one.
I know. So it leads to this question, Colby, because, like, once again, like, you would, with the product that's on the court, it looks pretty dang good, and I don't know how you feel about this, but would you rather have 5 really dang good athletes, and this is your starting lineup, by the way, too, senior, junior, senior, all of them pretty talented and have had either spurts at the high major level or have been studs at the low major level? Would you have a team that kind of looks like that? Or would you rather take a younger, maybe a little bit more an inexperienced team, might not have like the blue chip talent, but you have a good tactician as a head coach, like somebody that's going to be able to coach the guys up? Because I think the tactician's got a good floor, but the athletes have the high ceiling, right? What would you take? Yeah,
I mean, I think I would take the athletes just as someone that wants to watch the games. Like, it's a little bit of both. You like the tactician, but I watched a couple of our guys night in, night out, and I'm like, you know,
they look
I haven't seen this at ECU in a very long time, since fucking Blue Edwards, if you remember Blue Edwards. But I'll tell you this, man, like, when I see VCU dominate, and I know they've been great for 20 years and it's coach proof, it's very similar to Utah State, it seems like.
Yep.
I'm like, why can't that be ECU? You know what I mean? Like, why can't that be? I know we're a football school first, but still, like, even Wilmington. I see Wilmington, and I'm like, why can't that be ECU? That's what they should set the standard at. Wilmington's been to the tournament a bunch of times. They're always a respectable program. You know?
Yeah.
Is that fair?
I'm with you. And are you scared of this first round matchup with Tulsa or UTSA or Rice?
Goddamn right I am. You
here in North Texas, you're scared of fucking
dude,
Rice.
I watched that UTSA game before. Like, they're down like 7 points with like a minute left, and they won. ECU did, but I'm like, good God. Yeah, I mean, terrified of that game. We'll see. Winston Tabs. There we go, Huffer. All right, where was I? UIC Drake, dude. Drake to start the game. I watched this whole game.
Smacked them.
Dude, it was like 20-0 or 18-0 to start the game. This was a freight train. Like you ruined our undefeated season. We remember that. Put it on them 74-57. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm kind of hoping Drake wins the Valley. You know, as much as traditionally I'm more of a Bradley guy, but this Drake team, I love the fact they're like a D2 team. What's his name? Bennett Sturts, I think it is. Yeah. He balled out tonight. Your thoughts?
If you like fundamentals, you like Drake. I mean, they're a fun watch. They're well coached. They pass the ball. They know their roles. They played with each other the year before with McCollum at Northwest Missouri State, and they, like you said, man, they hit the ground running, and I think they shocked everybody. Even though Bienick and I, when we did the preview, we were not shocked at all. We liked this team right off the get-go, and they just smacked Miami in that tournament, and they smacked FAU. Then they beat Vandy. Then they beat K-State. They have an identity, and they've played a lot of games together. So,
Dustin, what are you doing in there? I mean, look, they only expanded the fucking thing in the 80s, right? All right. I mean, for the first decade of expansion, we were twice in 10 years, but just throwing us in there. I'm sorry. Continue, Mac. I didn't mean. I had to stand up for my guys.
Do you know what game is on? So we talked about how much last Sunday was fucking awesome. Drake Bradley standalone game, even though FAU and Temple tried to fucking butcher the thing with their 2.5-hour game. Do you know who plays on Sunday? Drake at Northern Iowa. Northern Iowa's one game back.
No, that's great. That's I love the in-state battle too.
And it's Sunday. It's Sunday at 4:00. Yeah. I was like, yes, thank you. Finally, something makes sense in this world.
I love how only TCE would be like, this team is so fun to watch. They pass the ball. That's the first thing out of the next mouth.
And watch Memphis, they don't.
The other thing is half the people that might just be tuning into college basketball because football season's over. This team's so fun to watch, yet they have the slowest tempo in the country.
It doesn't matter how you get it done, man. We ate shit, or I ate shit. I think you joined me. How about Samford? What's going on with Samford? I was convinced. I was convinced. If you would ask me on January 10th, I was like, Samford's winning the SoCon.
Yeah,
man.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I mean, to lose at home, Furman. This is like a down Furman team as well. Huge win for the Paladins.
You got swept.
Yeah, PJ Smith, 32 points for the Paladins. Getting it done. Yeah. Shocked. Should have bet Texas State. We were on it. Texas State destroyed ULM. And then this was actually, if you had to tell me, I'd be curious if you were to tell me what's the most shocking outcome of the night. I think you can throw this up there for I can understand taking North Dakota State in the points.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a double-digit win by the Bison on the card going to Brookings, South Dakota to take on these Jackrabbits. What a fucking win. I ate a big-ass pile of shit on this one. Oscar Clough, where were you, man? Jackson Money getting it done for the Bison there. 28 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals. This was shocking to me. Your thoughts?
Yeah. So how many years have we done this where we just blindly take the home team in this game and they both won on each other's home court? So shout out to the Bison, Dave Richmond. Unbelievable. Great win. Great. South Dakota State have been playing their ass off coming into tonight. They drilled the Tommies. They drilled Omaha.
They hadn't lost a home game all year.
Yeah. That was, they lost that one game, but it wasn't a true home game to your point. It was in South Dakota somewhere, but it wasn't in Brookings. So yeah, shout out to the Bison.
Dude, so what is this Summit situation now coming down the stretch here with
Omaha back in first place?
Baby. I know, man.
Fucking Omaha.
God damn it.
Fucking tragic.
The
Tommies.
The locker room that Omaha was in today, where was that at? I can't remember where.
UMKC.
It was so skinny. Like
It's a rec center. It's a rec center there.
Okay.
When we would go to the Big 12 tournament and you couldn't shoot around because there's 4 games going in, we would shoot around at UMKC. It's at a fucking rec center, literally.
So the locker room was so skinny, man. It was like there's 20 lockers and there's 5 feet for them to work with, but they still did their thing. That was pretty funny.
How someone explain to me how, like I think I was doing a deep dive on schools that don't have football teams or something, but they have like an enrollment of like 17 or 18,000 people. How do you have such a small? How do you have such a venue like that?
Kansas City? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's been a puzzle. Yeah, the Sweeney Recreation Center. It is literally a rec center.
Yeah, wow. Well, back in
you're over there shooting free throws, and the guy's over there getting a couple curls in. It's like, can you close the window, please? I'm trying to shoot free throws.
Oh man, that's tough. That's tough.
I'm actually surprised. I didn't know that about UMKC either.
It's a big university, man. It's a big.
Over
that's what I'm like.
15,300 students during the 23-24 calendar year.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
I don't understand it. You're in a major city too. Come on. Next up, let's go to the likes of. Oh my gosh, this one. UAB 90, Rice 89. Remember this line last night?
Yeah, we said, "Oh, it stinks." Let's dive in.
Last night on the show, UAB was laying 3.5, and we're like, "What is this number?" Of course, though, we were dumb enough to still bet this, and of course, UAB wins by 1, and we eat a pile of shit. They still won though, and they avoided that upset. Your thoughts?
This was the internal battle that I always go through, where I saw KenPom had the game at 1, and I was like, "Oh, fuck you, KenPom! You don't know fucking shit, you stupid computer nerd. UAB's gonna fuck them up." And dude, I'll give KenPom credit. He fucking nailed this game, 1-point game. So computer nerd game rigging went on here. I don't know how they had it at a 1-point game, just based off of the eye test we watch every night. But they were on it. Rice, this was a tight game. UAB lucky to get there alive.
South Florida drilled UTSA on the road. UTSA's been some tough losses at home there recently. The Tommies went into Vermilion, South Dakota.
My Tommies.
And they said, "No, I don't think so." Chase Forte getting it done. Nice win. The Summit League tournament's going to be fucking awesome. The Summit League tournament is going to be fun.
How many teams can win it?
I think you have 5 or 6.
6?
I just think like, there's you feel good with what? North Dakota State, South Dakota State, Omaha, St. Thomas, South Dakota, right? That's 5.
Yeah.
I mean, on paper, I liked UMKC's team. When I watch them, sometimes I'm like that. They're a weird team.
I mean, North Dakota fucking played Alabama wire to wire earlier in the year. I've seen them. Who else did they? I've seen them go through spurts where they can be really hot. What's the shooter's name that is going to be at Alabama next year because he lit him up?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. In that game, it was.
Next year.
We said like, "Oh damn it, that's who they're going to get." Who was
Eagle
that?
Staff? Is it Eagle Staff? No.
Correct. Yes, that was it.
Was it Eagle
Staff? I was thinking it might have been Mason Miller.
Yeah. He's already got that NIL deal. Roll Tide, roll next year. That shit was done when they left.
Yeah.
North Dakota.
Summit's a bundle of fun. Omaha takes down UMKC by 12 on the road. Bad play by us.
Trayson Eaglestaff, 40 points against the Crimson Tide.
It was like, what?
Yeah.
He shot 8 for 18 from 3. Yeah, Nate Oates went like, "Nice to meet you." Nate Oates, head coach, Alabama basketball.
But Colby, to your point, I mean, this is a 5, maybe 16 teams that could win it. Rocco says Denver. I mean,
hey, double lock for Bienick tonight. Me and Bienick Took those
Pios.
Pioneers.
You're welcome.
Took
I
those
stayed
Denver
often.
Pioneers. I went on live TV tonight and locked up confidently the Denver Pioneers. The host on the show questioned me. He said, I don't think we've ever talked Denver Pioneer basketball in the history of this show's existence. But here you are, Mr. Pick Dundee, taking them. I go, yes, watch out. They're turning a corner. You got Oral Roberts winless on the road. And I'm so glad it came true, because if not, they'd probably never call me back. But, yeah, shout out to those Denver Pioneers that me and Bienick double locked there.
They probably were like, you mean the Denver Nuggets with Jokic, right? That's who you want to take. That
It's like, no, who the fuck's the Denver Pioneers? They're looking through, they're like, the hockey team?
Hilarious.
Did you see Missouri State and Valparaiso?
No, but I saw the score. Man, shit was weird tonight.
Valpo won on a buzzer beater.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Valpo gets it done. We covered that. And then we double locked this one. Illinois State, the rivalry game. We were all over this. Bradley after that huge win against Drake. They got to come into the rivals. This was an awesome game. The first matchup, the second matchup, Illinois State gets revenge. CBS Sports. This was a nationally televised game. Johnny Kinzinger getting it done there with the big game for the Redbirds. Your thoughts on the Bradley Braves taking a tough road loss?
Yeah, I mean, a tough spot coming off the Drake win on Sunday. Quick turn. Illinois State could win the tournament. I think I like Illinois State. They're talented. Ryan Peden's doing a good job there. I think they're a team that can win the Missouri Valley tournament. The Valley's going to be fucking awesome in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, it never fails, that tournament. Shout out to Ray J, 1 of 1, longtime listener, first time commenter. Y'all finally made me register a YouTube channel. There we go. I mean, YouTube, please kick us some more cash. All right. No, I appreciate you, Ray J, man. Hope you're good. Appreciate you listening on the years. Then I know you ate shit with this one, but this was a huge game and a huge road win for the South Alabama Jaguars coming into Jonesboro, Arkansas. Barry Dunning and company getting it done. Unbelievable. I did not bet this game, but I took Arkansas State. I thought it was the right side, being them in first place at home, and they looked better. South Alabama had moments this season where they look great. Obviously they're in second place, but man, it's a huge road win right here. Your thoughts?
Huge. Kind of like Alabama against Auburn the other day. I mean, Hodgson is a Nate Oates guy, but they shot 6 of 30 from 3. So if you can get Arkansas State in the mud, get them to miss a bunch of threes, they're definitely vulnerable. South Alabama now solo first place after that big win. I mean, that's a big win. That honestly, that might be the win of the night, to be honest, going into Jonesboro winning. Yeah,
very game ball worthy, especially because I can't give out a game ball to one of these games. Tulsa got destroyed by North Texas. I can't believe North Texas held them to 44 fucking points. Bad play by us on the Golden Hurricane, staying within a gigantic number. Oregon covered?
Man, fucking Iowa
Did
choke.
you see that? No, man. Oregon banked in a. I mean, yeah, you were on the right side here.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Oregon banked in like what was that, a 35-footer?
Yes,
Dead on from center court with the shot clock at 1. I mean, huge 3 in that game. I didn't bet this. I just took Oregon. Man, they also had some inbounding problems there late.
Yeah, guy just stepped out of bounds. Hilarious.
Then we got
Iowa sucks, man. What a disappointing year.
Yeah.
What do you think of Oregon?
End of a run.
Oregon any good?
I don't know. I just trust Altman will get things looking better towards March.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Rocco with a American Athletic Circle of Suck comment here.
Yeah. What does he say? Tulane better than Tulsa. Tulsa better than UTSA. Wichita better than
these teams beat.
Yeah.
So Tulane beat Tulsa.
Yeah,
Tulsa beat UTSA.
that league is.
Yeah.
Well,
we talk shit about that league, and look, I'm an ECU fan, and I talk shit about that league. I'm just like,
got no identity.
Yeah. It's scattered across the United States. There's no regionality to it for the most part. I mean, you have a little bit. I would co-sign like.
At least it's named the American, and it's not the Atlantic Coast Conference with 2 teams from the Pacific Coast.
Fair.
It'd be nice. It's a good league.
But hey, his point though gives me hope as an ECU fan that we can win the tournament.
Also,
having said that, you take UTSA plus the 12, sprinkle the money line. Yeah, sprinkle the money line. 12. Who am I kidding? UTSA plus the 7, and sprinkle that money line.
Also, shout out to Ferris for the $2 saying Dennis Gates is soft. # let them storm. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Oh yeah, Ferris. We're on the same page. We did double lock the Arkansas Razorbacks, and for 1 second, I thought they might win the game outright. The pressure was there. Got it done. Big number. Shout out to Auburn for, we knew it was a huge letdown game after the Iron Bowl on the hardwood. But man, Arkansas is playing a lot better, and they covered with ease. And this was a neck and neck game with 3 minutes left.
Arkansas had 3 minutes left.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 3 minutes left. I was like, oh, is he going to win in the jungle back-to-back years on the road there? Your thoughts?
I'll tell you what. They better not let Calipari in this tournament because Arkansas is playing fucking good. I mean, they're coming off a game where they went toe-to-toe with A&M for 40 minutes in College Station. They had won 4 out of 5. I mean, we're going to find out Saturday. If they turn around and they beat Missouri's ass back in Fayetteville and they get in this tournament, I would not want to play this Arkansas team because Calipari, when he's back is against the wall and he's an underdog, that's when Cal is dangerous. And everybody's already counted him out. It's when he's a big favorite against the Oaklands and St. Peter's. But this team has found an identity since Boogie Flan went down. Credit to Auburn. I mean, they're still the best team in the country, finding a way to win on a night they didn't have it. But I think the storyline here is better not let Arkansas in this fucking NCAA tournament or they might get to the second weekend.
Yeah. This is where we caught a little bit of fire, or at least I did.
Yes.
Oklahoma State puts it on UCF 104-95. That's a double lock. Boom. I mean, Keyshawn Hall had 34 for UCF, but that was about it for those Golden Knights. We also double locked Miami and for to win this thing. They still cover against Saudi Arabia State. They lose by 8.
It's the chat that was busting our balls. That's 5 in a row covers for the U, baby. It's never too late to cover. It is too late to win games, but never to cover. I do
battle on this Gonzaga into Pullman. Was that a battle?
Yeah, I ate shit here.
It was an unofficial battle. I ended up adding it. Dude, Gonzaga finally looked like a little bit of Gonzaga. They fucked them up.
Yeah,
EK was pretty dominant tonight. What's up?
Washington State's got a tendency if they don't show up, it looks like this. There's been a couple of these this year.
Plummeted.
Well, I mean, there's just a variety of outcomes that you can get from the Cougars. I knew that going in. They could have won that game or they could have did what they did tonight and lose by 20. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's something about the back half of that season. It reminds me of football.
I mean, they've lost 7 out of 8 now.
Football, they started red hot. They did the same thing. Something about it,
like fucking Pacific.
Yeah. Terrible.
Weird year. They beat Boise in the non-con, beat Northern Iowa. They had it going, and then it's tanked.
I tried to warn people. It was on live TV tonight talking about how Slick Rick Pitino is not going to put up with this finesse bullshit Paul's trying to run. All right. I told you it's a bad clash of styles. It's not going to work. Johnny's 82. DePaul 58. Lock battle win for Dundee against Mac. Trying to get cute with these RuPaul Blue Ball Demons. What did you make of this one, buddy?
Well, fucking St. John's made shots tonight. That was my whole handicap. I'm like, oh, yeah. Maybe DePaul can hang in here because St. John's will have one of this game where they go like 3 of fucking like 30. They went 9 of 21 from 3. Where the fuck did that come from? So, dude, and they actually made free throws tonight, 9 for 11. If they make shots at that level, they're gonna be hard to beat. Now we can beat UConn's ass again on Sunday. Let's go, Johnnies!
Can't wait for that game.
They're gonna clinch on Sunday against UConn.
What does he say in that clip again?
Don't you turn your back on
adversity's fucking life. All right, so get your head out your ass and start playing ball. Right, something like that. That clip was fantastic.
He staged it a little bit because he knew the camera was on.
It was 100% staged. I didn't. I didn't interact with that thing.
A lot of Al Pacino, Any Given Sunday vibes.
It was very PG for him, to be honest. Like I would expect a lot worse. When the camera was off, I would like to see what he said to some of those guys because I remember that Providence was whipping their ass that night. They were up like 16 at halftime.
Yeah. Of course, my guy Slick Rick. All right. All right. Let's talk about this. Well, we double locked the Missouri Tigers.
I think
we got that
right?
Triple locked. I'm sorry, triple locked. Yeah, you're right. Triple locked the Missouri Tigers. Well, it got ruined because Dennis Gates, who now is on my shit list, and I like Dennis Gates a lot.
Agree.
But what is this garbage? You are Missouri. This is a Final Four team from a year ago coming in your fucking house, and you beat a Final Four team who's currently ranked number 4 in the nation, and you don't storm the court. Fuck off. And I can't believe they listened to him.
I know.
What are you talking about? You're like, look, Dennis Gates will be at a different job in 5 years. You only get so many experiences beating a top 10 team at your home stadium.
You only get
your
so
life.
many experiences as a college student.
Unbelievable.
The school,
fucking believable.
The school gets fined what, $200K, $250K for rushing the court.
They're in the SEC. They're getting like a $50 million check now from ESPN.
8 students of their tuition a year.
Ridiculous.
Eight total.
Pathetic. Noah, clip this. Missouri fans, you're all sad, pathetic fucking bums.
Arkansas,
right? You are bums. God, yeah. I mean, yeah, Clark. I mean, 1 year, 5 year. Skates ain't gonna be there. You storm all day. I am so sick. And ESPN tweeting that out too. Fuck you too. All right, saying, they did not storm here, like promoting it. Fuck off. You should storm every time. Every damn time you should storm. God, I mean, I lost respect for the youth. What are we doing here? You're paying all that crazy tuition.
The right way to do it, I mean, you could say whatever you want about the last 2 years he's had at K-State, but Jerome Tang, you storm the court against your big ass rival. You party, you do it, and you say, now expect this, and then drop it, and then, just expect to win.
Just pathetic, man.
Well, no, I disagreed.
No game ball for them. No game ball for them.
I disagreed with Tang's approach. I'm like, dude, if K-State wants to storm the fucking floor, let them storm the fucking floor.
Nothing dangerous has ever fucking happened. All right, it's so dumb.
I'm pro storming, but if you as a coach want to come off as like we are going to do this regularly, let's not storm the court 4 times a year, right?
Yeah, and
that's how you do it.
Even worse is it was against Alabama with their jackass AD, who's saying, "Oh, well, we're storming the court and storming the field. Should be a suspension. You should lose. You should forfeit a game." Just come on. This is the opportunity. What are you doing? I lost respect. No game ball. I will not give a game ball to those piles of shit.
They're gonna go in the opposite direction because when Tang did that shit, they started going in the opposite direction. You don't want them to storm the floor and expect it. Have them in the top 5 throughout. But you're Missouri. You fucking didn't win an SEC game last year.
You're Missouri. Dude, honestly, you poll all the SEC fans. They don't even know you're in the fucking conference. They don't even know you're in the fucking conference. And this is your chance to make a statement. Unbelievable. Pathetic
You're
fan
right.
base.
I like Dennis Gates, but he might be fucking out next year for all we know to a new job. He might be at Florida State.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, obviously, he might be at Florida State. Leonard Hamilton was his guy.
There's Max, like, you might be at Florida State like this year. There's some good buzz about
dude. He might jump. I mean, he was on the hot seat coming into this year, but yeah, it was fucking lame. They should have stormed. They stormed against fucking Kansas. They stormed against. What else they stormed against?
I don't know. It's just it ruined the whole game.
Yeah,
ruined the whole fucking game. No game ball. No game ball. Fuck out of here.
That environment was fucking awesome too.
It was
fucking rocking.
It was. This is why you have to storm, because it's against this Alabama AD. You have to, because they're little bitches. They're the ones that started this whole thing, even before Filipowski, when the Tennessee football players took the goalpost to the Tennessee River. Them and Saban, or him and Saban, were we can't have this in the sport. That is the sports. Hey, that's why you're paid the way you were fucking paid. Yeah. Because people love the fucking sport, and that's why you are paid that ridiculously. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Anyway, Alabama, I still don't trust them, by the way. And Mark Sears went for like 40 tonight or something.
Yeah, play some fucking defense. Good Lord. What'd they give up? 110?
This is NBA? What's going on here? Yeah, they're going to use that 500K like they did with their top football recruit, right? They paid a bunch of money in the NIL collective, and then he dipped after 1 year. Played one snap or some shit.
NBA play 48 minutes and give up 110 points, not 40 and 110 points. By the way,
fucking awful, Alabama.
By the way, the NBA wants to be college basketball so bad that the San Antonio Spurs are playing in Moody Center tomorrow. I don't know if you know about this.
Are they really?
I don't. Yeah. No.
They're playing on Texas's campus. They're hosting the Phoenix Suns in Kevin Durant.
I may that would actually entice me to watch the NBA.
Put it on
in that. Yeah. You know what? The NBA sucks, but credit to the NBA for a creative idea for once.
Correct.
Yeah.
Sure, it wasn't Adam Silver's that fucking little weasel.
Where are we at on this? Yeah, but Alabama, man, I'm telling you, you still think they're like I'm worried about them in the tournament.
Here's the thing though, when they get out of the SEC, that when you don't see that kind of speed and shot volume, it kind of hits you a little bit. So maybe they're better out of the SEC. They're going through the gauntlet a little bit. But yeah, I mean, they got to play some fucking defense. They went and got Cliff Murray to protect the rim. You have 110 goddamn points. I mean, come on. I know you're playing a chaotic up and down style, and there was a million possessions, but come on, man up a little bit and guard somebody.
Shout out to Rogue Strummer. Colby never quoted Ken Palm in his life. Goddamn right. I take pride in that. That's going to be on my grave.
I'm about to drop Ken Palm knowledge on you, and courtesy of Rocco, who said Missouri's really, really good. Top 3 in the country in the past month. Well, I went to Torvik and did that. Since January 14th, when Missouri beat Florida on the road in Gainesville, they're the number 1 team in the country, according to Torvik, since January 14th. They're 12th overall on Ken Palm right now.
They're playing well. They're
Caleb Grill was playing great, man.
Dude, he had a windmill tonight. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I thought he was a spot-up shooter. He fucking windmill again. Look at that fucking white guy. Holy shit. Was that Andre Karolinko?
We all know this, but there are 7 teams in the top 18 from the SEC. 7 of the top 18.
Yeah, it sucks. They're fucking good.
Yeah. Storm the fucking court. I don't give a shit. I can't promote Missouri anymore. Done with them. They're
pretty damn good. That's the thing that sucks.
Ridiculous. Don't storm the court. They should have booed the fuck out of him right then.
They did. They did boo him.
Yeah?
Missouri booed him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They should have still stormed, though. Where's your conviction? All right. We double locked San Jose State, and they lost by 1,000,000 points. This was the worst play of the night.
What was the largest lead? It was like 50.
Good Lord. 51 was the largest lead. San Jose State did have the lead, though, in this game at one point.
51.
That arena, it's capable. It's capable of that in that arena. But
God.
St. Mary's did not. Why didn't we bet Portland? They asked me this on the show. I just said, yeah, take the points. They only won by 13. It was like 25. It was a ridiculous number. Yeah. Then you have we double locked this one. I think was our top play of the night. Boise State at New Mexico just won a gigantic game in the Mountain West at the pit against Utah State. Now they got to hit the road. Boise was coming off that tough loss down in San Diego to Bryant Dutcher and company. And my prop underdog fantasy play we gave away, Tyson Degenhart over 19.5 points hits. He went for 32 tonight against the Lobos. Much needed win for Leon Rice and company. Your thoughts on this one?
Huge, man. We needed that because, I mean, Boise's been a little bit of a disappointment. This would probably be more of a question for Rocco in the chat. Boise was 47 in the net coming into today. 2-5 quad one. Now they get this one. That was a big needle mover here.
They're really bubbly. Boise was on it coming in. They might be on the right side now.
They play at Steve Alford in Nevada on Saturday. They need to not lose that game because I don't, that one, Nevada's resume is all over the place. And then they get Utah State in Boise on Wednesday next week.
Bobby Oregon asks if the Mountain West can get 4 teams in. I think it's an uphill climb. I think they're probably a 3-bid league. There's probably a way for it. You need New Mexico, Boise, and Utah State to not win the tournament, and you could maybe get 4.
And you know who wins it? Steve motherfucking Alford, baby. Let's go.
Or San Diego State.
San Diego State. But yeah, I've already been on record. Alford's winning the tournament this year. He's getting to the dance, Colby.
I mean, yeah, I could see that. I mean, he should on talent, but you know.
But yeah,
so
Boise probably needs to win out. They can't drop that Nevada game, and they need to get that Utah State home game. Great spot tonight. New Mexico looked dead legs wise.
Yeah. Rutgers, Washington. Rocco alluded to this in the chat. Dylan Harper did go for 34, but there was a lot of fouls called. Rutgers shot 37 free throws. 37 free throws. The rebounding war was dead even at 31 each. If anything, Washington had more offensive rebounds. We nailed Rutgers double lock on the money line, but man, quite the game. Once again, inbounding problems can be highlighted on this Wednesday night here. Your thoughts?
I mean, how about that? How about that Rutgers possession at the end of regulation where they run a play and Harper just shoots it? Fucking air ball. I was like, man, what is this, the fucking NBA? That was atrocious. Good win, Rutgers. They salvaged. They got the game they had to get. They're going to get in the tournament. It looks like they got what, 3 or 4 games left. As long as they don't trip up, and they're going to have to win the Big Ten tourney to get this most talented Rutgers team into the dance.
I mean, here's the thing: they could trip up against every single team. I look at this remaining schedule. I'm like, home against USC. I mean, that's a far trip for USC in the stupid conference. But then they're at Michigan, at Purdue, home to Minnesota. Minnesota's the hottest team in the nation right now. All right.
Yeah,
it's dangerous. They might not get in the Big Ten tournament.
If they get in, they can win. You never know. I mean,
yeah.
Minnesota right now is that steel teeth trap laying in the woods. If you don't go walking in the 2-foot diameter of that circle, you don't get fucked up. But if you take any body part and put it in there, Minnesota all of a sudden can go bam, and then you're fucked.
Are you speaking from experience at that electric arena they call the Barn?
Oh yeah.
I am
yeah.
not speaking of personal experience in the woods with like a foot or a hand or anything like that. But in this type of example, with a basketball team playing a hot basketball team that might resemble this steel trap, yeah, it fucking hurt.
we're talking about the Big Ten tournament though, and the chat's like, y'all crazy if you think Patino takes it home. We're talking about the Big Ten tournament, not the NCAA tournament.
No, I think he's a little bit behind. J-Mac, the crazy biased UConn fan, is saying UConn's going to win it all, and I think they're debating. It's like a side conversation.
Okay.
J-Mac, Patino's going to fuck you up on Sunday.
Love
again.
you, J-Mac.
I
love it.
The game balls. Let's go. Bienick, stay. Game ball.
Oh, yeah, you get a game ball, Bienick. Oh, Boise. I'll lead off. Boise gets a game ball. Game they had to have. They took care of business. Great win. Led by 20 in this game.
Yeah, love it. Look, there's one that we talked about earlier that's out there in the Sun Belt. I'm not going to grab it, even though, because North Dakota State got the Dakota Marker win at South Dakota State. They're undefeated at home. Shout out to the Bison for getting it done with the road win. 8-point dog, 7.5-point dogs. Jackson Money and company going in there, getting that dub. Bienick, where are you going?
South Bama. They completed a season sweep of Arkansas State, the preseason favorite in the Sun Belt.
Yeah, that's the one. It was either that or North Dakota State for me. Mac, back to you. Where are you going?
I'll go Ed Cooley in Georgetown. They're shorthanded. He lost his mom, and it kind of everything. The stars aligned tonight. Got Providence, drilled them. Good story here tonight. Shout out to Georgetown and Ed Cooley.
Yes, rest in peace to his mother as well. Despite what these Providence fans will say.
Yeah, knows what the fuck they were saying.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the Army Black Knights, who got right back in the mix of the Patriot League today. Ryan Curry was hot from the field. Black Knights game ball. Bienick, where are you going?
I didn't see this Army run when prognosticating the regular season and the Patriot. Shout out to those Knights.
Go the Mountaineers, Noah. 2 wins.
I missed Mac's first game ball. Was it Illinois State?
No,
I went.
Boise
that's
State.
my next.
He was
game.
Boise. Yeah.
Boise, Georgetown.
Illinois State knocking off Bradley. In-state rivalry there. Great win. They're rolling.
That was a great win. We were all over that one. I love that rivalry. Even on down years for the programs, that's a game that I try to watch. I enjoy those battles. Yeah. All right, folks, let's jump into tomorrow's action. But before we do that, I want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. I just touched on this, man. Tyson Degenhardt. I took him higher than 19.5 points. That's the type of edge you can find. I really believe this, like off script here. Underdog Fantasy's college basketball stats that you can get there. The player stuff you can get over there. I really think it's better than anything I've seen. So if you watch college hoops every day like us, love college hoops, for all sports, really, NBA, NHL, college football, NFL, MLB, they have it. But man, college basketball, I love killing it each and every night. I know Cannabis Capper does a bunch of great articles for us at SGPN. Check them out, sportsgamblingpodcast.com. So check out Underdog Fantasy. Sign up, and when you do, sign up with the promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. That's UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Yes, SGPN's proud partner Rhythm is the #1 AI-powered sports betting platform that helps provide bettors of all levels the ability to build custom predictive betting models in seconds. Look, you can copy one of the top performing models from the leaderboard. I do believe you can make cash. But me, I like to build my own model and have Rhythm adjust around what I like. They got college hoops. They got NBA. They got golf. Rhythm has it all. All right. Claim your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right. We are back. This chat is fun. This is a lot of good shit talk going back and forth. God bless America. And folks, it's Discipline Thursday. So,
oh God, here we go.
Buckle up. Discipline Dundee is on the case, and it starts with Marshall on the road. Norfolk, Virginia, taking on Old Dominion, where ODU won by 7 back on February 1st in, surprisingly, in Huntington. Mac, the line is 2.5 in Marshall's favor, and I just don't buy into this shit. Give me Old Dominion. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I love the 5 o'clock start here. I think they moved it up because of weather. So yeah, I'll bet ODU. Let's go. It's kind of a
standalone. We have to, huh?
Oh,
all right.
Monarchs.
I know the discipline starts at 6. I got to get on. This is standalone. Discipline starts at 6.
You gotta take a Jaeger bomb and start fucking happy hour. Then goodness. You get off work 5 o'clock and start fucking firing away. Fucking then you discipline.
Next up, we have UMBC taking on UMass Lowell in Lowell, Massachusetts. Lowell, we have talked about being one of the more disappointing teams. However, they are still 12-3 at the Costello Center. They're laying 6.5 though. I'm actually going to take UMBC in the points. No bet though. Discipline play here. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna lay it with Lowell. I'll die on the sword here. Fringe lock. I think that we may finally get a nice full smash spot. I mean, how many have they lost in a row now? 4?
3.
I'll bet Lowell. Smash spot.
Moneyline Mac. Locking up these Riverhawks. Next up, New Hampshire is at Binghamton. Binghamton's laying 9.5 points, man. Whew. I mean, I love me some Binghamton this year. The golf course. Yeah. But man, this is a steep number for a pesky New Hampshire team that beat them outright back on January 11th by 7. What is this number, man?
Makes no sense. Why is it so big?
Is it because New Hampshire's 1-12 on the road?
Probably.
Is it because New Hampshire's 336 defensive rated?
Probably. I mean, and then what's Binghamton at home? 7-3?
7-3 at home?
Yeah, line's kind of telling. I'll lay it. Maybe we get some blood.
The napkins got it at 11.5. I thought it was fucking crazy.
I'm going to lay it, but discipline, no bet. Maine, Albany in Guilderland. Maine's laying 1.5. This was a blowout win by Maine back on January 11th, but Albany's been a little bit chippy this season. I feel like they're vastly improved from a year ago. However, surprised it's only 1.5 because Albany is 5-6 at home.
Yeah.
Give me these Great Danes. No bet. Discipline play here.
What they do? So Maine blew them out the first time, and then Albany's coming off a big road win. I'll take Maine, no bet.
Next up, we are going to Columbus, Ohio, where Northwestern is taking on these Ohio State Buckeyes. Northwestern catching 10.5. The over/under at 142.5.
This is going to be a blowout.
I'll take the points, no bet.
Who the Buckeyes got on deck? They got the LA trip. I mean, I think the line's telling. I'm going to lay it and lock it with Ohio State. They're going to bounce back off this Michigan loss. I think they run away with this. We've seen them get away from some of these teams with these larger spreads. Who was it? It was Washington, that one game. So, yeah, I think it's a similar game to that. Inferior competition, they blow them out here.
You're locking it, you said?
Yeah, I think the line's telling that they're going to blow them out.
Money line Mac locking up the Buckeyes. Rocco, shout out to Rocco Miller in the chat, was saying Dwayne Killings 1-10 hot seat effect there.
Honestly feel like Albany played all right ball like for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
No, but last year they were terrible, and I think this is what is this year 5 for him?
5. Yeah, it's Pretty warm. I mean, what's his name had been there forever.
They just knocked off Lowell too. It might have been against the spread that they were rolling. They probably, in my memory, they probably covered against Bryant. They beat Binghamton outright.
They've looked the best this year out of any of his years there, in my opinion, but they're still not good.
Oh, it's only year 4. I thought it was year 5. Who was there for him? It was Will Brown. Will Brown had been there forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old
interesting.
Will Brown.
Yeah, I would say they'll give him another year, right? He started what? He started after COVID?
He started
COVID was his first year?
COVID.
Yeah, 2022. 13, 18, 8, and 23, 13. This is his best year. Probably get another year. It's all.
I'd give him one more.
Depends on his contract. I don't know if it's a 4-year or 5-year.
Yeah, if it's up this year, I just move on. But yeah. I don't know if what his contract situation is.
Next up, Drexel heading to Newark, Delaware, to take on these Blue Hens. Delaware's laying 2.5.
This was a really good game earlier in the year. Remember, Drexel beat him.
January 25th.
Yeah, on Martin Luther King. It was an afternoon game.
Drexel's lost 3 straight. Meanwhile, Delaware's lost 2 straight. I actually think Delaware's the play here, laying 2.5. What are you doing here?
I was going to say I like Delaware in this game, and I think we should bet Delaware. They've been a different team at home versus on the road. No discipline for me. I'll lock up Delaware.
Discipline play for me. Moneyline Mac is locking up the Delaware Blue Hens, laying 2.5. But you can talk me into this one. Eastern Kentucky is in Louisville, Kentucky, taking on Bellarmine, who is off their first win in 18 games, was it?
How many home games have they played in a row, Bellarmine?
Here's the thing, though.
Forever.
Do you remember what happened when they played on January 18th?
Didn't they beat them by a zillion bajillion?
No, EKU won by 3.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think that game, was that an overtime? Might have been an overtime.
Yeah.
It was a gigantic spread. Bellarmine covered, but I kind of think Bellarmine's the play here.
I agree. They're eliminated from the tournament. They got nothing to play for other than pride. And I think
EKU is off that gigantic win against Lipscomb, the team that was in first place.
Here's another thing too. And Rocco says senior night. How much longer is Davenport going to do it? This could be Davenport's final game at home.
Yeah.
I think it's actually a get up spot for the Knights.
I'm in. I'm in on this one. No discipline here. Let's bet this.
Yes.
Let's go. 4-24. EKU playing lights out right now. No problem.
All
right. Let's go. Landon Hacker, where you at? Step up, brother. Double lock on the Knights. And next up, we have a rivalry that many know, deeper than hate rivalry. Georgia Southern heading to Boone, North Carolina to take on App State. App State's laid 8.5 points. I would love to bet this game because I love a good rivalry game, but man, App State is a fucking mystery team to me. Like some days App State looks, some days I'm convinced they could win a tournament game. Yeah. And other days I'm just like, wait, they lost to who? Or is a 2-point game to who? They lost. Losing to ODU at home was one that I was just baffled by. Losing to Georgia State. I mean, Georgia State's actually coming on a little bit, but gosh, give me the points. I don't have any faith in laying 8.5 in a rivalry game. What are you doing here?
Yeah, hell no. I'm not laying the points here. I am fringe lock. I kind of want to bet Georgia Southern, man.
It's just a big number for App State, man. How many times have they won by more than 8 in general at home this year in Sun Belt play?
They've won 3 out of 4 here, and I just think who's App got on deck as well? Marshall. I'm going to bet Georgia Southern. I think it's too big a number. I think we get it. I think that these games in the Fun Belt are going to be tight coming down the stretch.
All right, I'll join you here. I think you're right. I think you're on the right side.
2 rosters, yeah.
I think this is the right side. Take the 8.5 of Southern.
No discipline.
Maybe discipline right here, though. This game's fantastic. UNC Asheville heading to Radford to take on the Highlanders of Radford. I enjoy this game each and every year. This is on ESPNU, by the way, at the Dedman Center. Radford's 8-2 at home. Asheville's 6-7 on the road. But man, Asheville's 9-1 in their last 10 games. They're playing good ball. Do I even need to ask you?
I like the spot for Radford personally.
I don't need to ask you, apparently.
Are you surprised that he likes the spot?
Hey, I mean, they play up to their competition. Their last three they've lost 3 out of 5. Radford, Asheville by 6, High Point by 3, Winthrop by 4, and then they beat Longwood. Now it's just I could see them winning by 2. That's the problem if I want to lock them. I think Radford's going to win, and I'm debating whether I go to this game tomorrow.
It's a great game. It's a fun game. It's a fun game.
The weather is shit here, though, and I don't really want to be driving up and down the mountains for 3+ hours in snow. For Radford.
Yeah, that does sound pretty horrible.
Radford, but
I'll join you with Radford. No bet though. You're locking this?
National TV game. They're going to make their free throws win by 4. I'm convinced.
Money line Mac, lock it up, Radford. Shout out to Rocco Miller in the chat. Georgia State's won 5 of 6, trending as the second best Fun Belt team. We had keyed in on. We took Georgia State against App on the money line. They have been playing good, and another thing is that gym's starting to fill up. When Ron Hunter had that thing going, that was a tough home environment. They're starting to get the fans back too. At least that the game I watched the other day.
I honestly think that's a really good coaching job by Jonas Hayes. I was not high on this team coming into the year, and they've performed a hell of a lot better than I thought they would.
Yeah, Sun Belt tournament's going to be wacky. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit how many bye weeks you give everybody. That's going to be chaos. Moving along, Towson is in Elon, North Carolina. Will the Phoenix rise? They are 9-3 at home. Towson, we know the story. Longest win streak in America, I think, right now.
Yeah.
12 straight. 12 straight. What is this number? I think Elon is winning this tomorrow.
So do we get a little bit of a letdown from Towson because all of a sudden they have the 2-game lead? They can drop a game and so win the regular season. Is it the kind of New Mexico spot tonight where, we're up 2 games. We can go through the motions one night. I mean, who do they have down the stretch? Campbell, Bill and Mary, and Hampton. They're going to be favored in all those. I mean, they're going to drop either this Elon or Campbell road game. Do you think it's this Elon game or do you think it's the Campbell game?
I think it's Elon because Campbell's dinged up.
I think you're right. I think we lock up Elon here. The Phoenix. I like the Phoenix.
I'll join you here. Double lock on Elon. Let's go.
And Jack LaLoya is right here. The Zips have the longest win streak in the country.
Oh, that's right.
They got him. They got him by 1 game. So Colby,
that's right. Yeah,
you're not far off. You know.
My apologies, Akron. My and as a Mac specialist, I should know that. I apologize to my clientele. If you dial 1-800-PIC-DUNDEE, I'll give you 1 free extra play tonight. Just hold down 7 and 5 seconds.
I know that was a funny joke, but unfortunately, we only heard half of it because the microphone was cutting out.
That was on purpose because I said slander. That's the Russians monitoring the podcast again. This next game.
Oh my God.
Louisiana is catching 16. You know, I went from thinking Louisiana was a dumpster fire. They've kind of been a pain in my ass lately. I did not have them beating Marshall. I did not have them beating Northern Illinois, even though I know Northern Illinois is fucking trash. Troy off of a gigantic win.
Yeah.
I don't know. Give me Troy. I still think Louisiana's not good.
That's a lot of points. Yeah, I'll just take the points.
Next up, I'm kind of fascinated by this game, even though they probably should be in different conferences. You know me, I'm a Joe Golden guy. Kind of been that team that I like to bet this season. Going into Kennesaw, this place has been sneaky lit.
Dude,
in some of these games.
Yeah, Petaway's doing a good job there too. To your point,
11-2 at home. This was a 2-point win by UTEP in El Paso. I forget when, a couple weeks ago. I kind of think Kennesaw's the side, but I think I'm going to stay away. I think I'm just going to watch this as a hard.
I'll take UTEP. Close game. I think it could be a one possession game, so I'll just take the dog. It's going to be a fun game, to your point.
Yeah, that's making one of the screens. Moving along, let's take a trip to the second hospital. Fair Dick is at Mercyhurst in Erie, Pennsylvania. Fairleigh Dickinson laid 2.5. No. Get this Fair Dick nonsense out of here. Give me the Lake Show, who's 9-2 at home. They're not eligible for all these postseasons because some stupid NCAA rule.
The NEC will still let them win their tournament, though. We've seen it with Merrimack.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Good pull. Good bring back there.
Bienick brings that up. Who got in?
Yeah. Fairleigh Dickinson, right?
And then they beat fucking Purdue.
I'm taking the Lake Show. They've been fire at home this year.
Yeah, I'm taking the Lake Show. I'm not laying points and Fair Dick on the road. What the fuck?
All right, moving along. We got a interstate matchup here, or an in-state matchup here. A&T. It's been apparently on the FBI's watch list. Watch out for John Walsh. Campbell's, we talked about this. This is a hilarious thing. I kind of think A&T is going to win this thing because the line's reflecting it.
Yeah.
Campbell's a team that was on fire. It was a great story. We were super excited about them.
Banged up.
And then the injuries happened. Give me A&T. No bet. I do think A&T is live. I think they could win this thing. What are you doing here?
I'll bet it. I'll take A&T again. I love A&T. I can't quit them. Let's go. They're going to win the game outright. Lock up the 4.5.
Moneyline Mac. Locking up the Aggies of A&T.
Got those bums off the fucking team that were rigging the games, and now they're playing well.
It's true. It's true, man.
They're good with
I'm tempted. I'm tempted, man. I am tempted to take them.
For what it's worth, they played on February 10th. Did you guys mention this? They just played 10 days ago.
It was a 1-point game, right?
It was a 4-point game, and Campbell was
game.
at home. So now they're hitting the road here.
That was the first game with the injuries.
After the injury. We cashed on this. We bet this. Yeah.
They should have won. They fucking were up the entire game.
I'm staying away. Discipline Thursdays. They're here. Georgia State. We just talked about them. Getting 9.5 points in Harrisonburg, Pennsylvania. Although JMU has been looking pretty good. Well, I don't know. They were looking good before that Coastal game.
That wasn't a conference game though. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. What am I saying? They dropped the MAC game to end their streak, but then they had the longest Sun Belt streak at 6 in a row here.
They're 11-2 at home. 11-2 at home. Mojo. I'm not going to stop watching college basketball.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean,
I'm not watching that fucking hockey.
I would much rather watch Georgia State JMU.
I'm giving in. I will be tuning into that hockey game.
That's why we keep him behind the boards. That's why we keep him behind the boards. He can only speak occasionally. All right. It takes like
that hockey game ain't making my top 10 screens. Get the fuck out of here.
Please. And you're lucky the fucking Long Island Sharks aren't playing today. They got the week off. They're coasted in. This is a fascinating game. I'm going to take the points.
Just bet it, man. They've been chippy as a dog, Georgia State.
Discipline Dant drinks Zima with the Skittle in it.
I'll take Georgia Southern. I'll take Georgia State. I'll take it both Georgias tomorrow.
Let's. I'm in 9.5. Let's go.
No discipline.
Let's go. Panthers. They're calling me a Zima drinker.
You're a sucker for the Sun Belt.
Hey Dundee, you fucking Zima drinker. I have had a Zima in my life, so I can't. I think I told the story of I went to a place in Pullman way back in the day. They had they were putting Skittles in their Zimas. And it lights up the fucking whole Zima like it was whatever color you're getting with the Skittle, but it looks like you're walking into like like Tron or some shit, I can't believe they're trying to get me to watch this hockey game. Kidding me?
Hey,
we got 51 college basketball games on.
And Colby, and I'll say this too. I'm not even against the hockey game. Like I don't even hate the hockey game. I just know a month from now we'll already be probably at the Sweet 16, and we'll be down to 10 games left on the whole year. So or 20 games left for the entire year when you include the NIT and CBI. I am not going to take a night off. I'm going to cherish every last minute of this because once we get to April, it's like, oh fuck, I miss college hoops every night. And
I love this fucking slate.
Yeah, I like
I love this slate. Don't spit on me with this slate here. UTEP Kennesaw, I've had that circled. UNC Asheville, Radford, I've had that circled. Georgia Southern, App State, deeper than hate rivalry. Are you fucking kidding me here? We can go on and on.
Telling you, man, don't fucking say these slates are shitty, because in a month, 2 months from now, you're gonna be like, man, I wish we could go back to a Thursday night with some Sunbelt action. Instead, we got to watch the fucking A's play the Rockies.
Yeah.
Why is baseball taking a fucking hot shot? Ricochet.
The A's just came to mind, and I was like, God, because I like betting on the A's.
I love the A's. They're near and dear to my heart.
Honestly, screw the Athletics.
Yes.
Whatever.
Wait, what? Screw their ownership.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Oakland,
the A's belong in Oakland, damn it.
They
belong in Oakland.
The Athletics removed the Oakland from their name. Fuck the Athletics. So
yeah, okay. I guess you're technically right there.
The problem with the A's and Rockies too is you're looking for a late night game to just get a little action on. You're like, fuck, all right, I'll bet on the A's. Oh, they're plus 250 on the money line, and they're down fucking 6-0 after the second inning. You're like, fuck, they suck.
Oh man, Florida Gulf Coast is in DeLon, Florida, taking on the Hatters.
Yeah,
Gulf Coast laying 10.5. Little backyard battle. Gulf Coast just played this. Didn't we? What? This was what? A week or two ago?
Yeah. Now this is where this is the Gulf Coast fucking voodoo spot where we always are. We talked them up the other night. We said they could win the conference tournament. Does that mean they dropped the Stetson game?
I'll take the 10.5. I'm not going to bet this though.
Stetson always punches up in the state and in the Sunshine State. God, I can't talk. They run this thing.
Discipline Dundee.
No discipline. I'm betting Stetson. I will fade Gulf Coast on the road every time.
Moneyline Mac locking up Stetson. He's locking up a team that lost by 28 last time to Gulf Coast.
We're at home now, baby. You can't do it twice, Gulf Coast. I dare you. You guys, I know this Gulf Coast team.
Next up, I'm excited for this game.
Yes.
I know it doesn't make any sense, this game, like geographically, but
Colby went into the weeds for these logos. These are great.
Oh yeah. Jacksonville State has won 9 of the last 10 games. New Mexico State trying to have a winning season. They're 13-12. I know it hasn't been what we're used to with New Mexico State over the years. I still think it's an entertaining game. Especially for the conference race. Give me the points, New Mexico State. What are you doing here?
It feels like we're gonna get a 1 to 2 possession drag it out game, don't it?
It does.
That place does get lit though. Give me New Mexico State.
Then the game we're all waiting for. You're locking it?
I think I want to bet New Mexico State. Jax State doesn't really blow teams out. Everything's a grinder.
I'm staying away. Discipline Dundee.
Discipline.
For you? All right.
I'll stay away. I'm tempted, but I'll stay away.
Next, you better believe this is better than the fucking hockey game. The real Blue Devils of Central Connecticut State are heading into Chicago, home of the second best pizza. Not really, I guess either. Home of
Detroit's
lasagna
1,
pizza.
Chicago's 2, and then New York's 3. Great job, Colby.
Blasphemy. This is a big ass number. 13.5 points. NEC battle. I'll lay it. I don't lay double digits in the NEC much. This is one of them.
Yeah, I'll lay it. I think they're going to tell it. I think the number's telling.
Next up, Austin Peay Governors heading to Charlotte, North Carolina to Queens. This line has actually jumped up a point. I'm seeing right now. It's at 6.5. You don't just walk into the Curry Arena and push these Royals around. How about us hitting on Bellarmine against Austin Peay the other day?
I know, hilarious.
I'm gonna lay it. No bet.
The line kind of stinks, I think, in my opinion.
It does.
Did Queens lose outright in fucking Austin Peay? Do I remember that correctly?
They may have. They beat Lipscomb. Yeah.
I'll take the points. I think it's going to be a close Queens game. Queens wins. Peay covers. Flies open.
Honestly, this next game's fantastic, and I can't wait to watch this next game. Once again, another one I had circled. Bryant is heading into Burlington, Vermont to take on our Cats, the Catamounts of Vermont. This is a system play over the years. And get this, what happened on January 11th? Bryant beat Vermont by 20. That shit ain't happening here. Lock Vermont. Take it on the money line. Plus 105, whatever the fuck it is. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I talked about it the other day where Bryant's been a great story, but it's shit's about to get real where they're at Vermont, they're at Lowell, and then they're at Maine to end the year. So the top 3 teams kind of in talent-wise behind them, all over Vermont.
Double lock. Vermont's healthier now. They had a lot of injuries prior.
Are they healthier?
I think they're healthier. Isn't Bogues back? Isn't he back? I could have swore he's back.
He wasn't one of the guys. It was the 2 TJs. Hurley and Long have been the 2 guys that have been hurt this season.
Bogues missed a couple games, man.
No, I don't think so. Unless
I'm
he
pretty
just
sure.
got hurt. He only played 8 minutes in the last game, but he missed November 24th and November 27th. If you're trying to stretch it that far, Colby.
Well, I guess he did miss games, so I'd still be accurate, but those were not the ones I was thinking.
It's Hurley who is back. He didn't play 2 games, January 23rd and 25th, But TJ Long is still the starter that has missed basically.
I think that's what I'm thinking of. Is he left maybe the last game, so maybe he's not healthy. Maybe I'm all full of just hopped up over here. Maybe he's not going to play.
Yeah, Bogues only played 8 minutes last game, so that's definitely a question mark. So, but could be one game bump without a starter. Who knows? We've seen that all over the place this year.
This place will be lit though. For this place will be lit. Yeah. When's the last time they've been a home dog? By the way.
Oh, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
I added New Mexico State too. The more and more I thought about it, so yeah, another one.
Moneyline Mag locked up the Aggies at New Mexico State.
But yeah, I'm with you. I love Vermont. They're gonna win this game. Culture play here. I'm with you. I can't remember them being a dog ever recently.
Yeah. Been a while. Stonehill is in Staten Island taking on Wagner. Stonehill's laying 2.5. I will take Wagner. What are you doing here?
Yeah, give me Wagner. I always take the points in this league. I'm not watching any of these games. I'm boycotting until they get back on Friday night.
Monmouth, Hofstra, Flow Sports in the house. Hofstra laying 6.5. No. Give me Monmouth. No bet.
Yeah, fucking Hofstra burned me finally. I thought I figured him out, but they had an epic collapse. Yeah, give me Monmouth. Why are they laying 6.5? What? Like, why are they laying 6.5? That makes no sense. They're terrible.
Game of the night here.
Rig game coming.
Red Flash coming to swim with the Dolphins in upstate New York. Lemoyne laying 1.5. Give me Lemoyne.
Yeah, give me the Dolphins.
No bet. Curious this one though. Chris Mack and Charleston coming into Boston. Take on Northeastern. Charleston's laying 1.5. I mean, there's a pretty big difference here in wins to losses. Give me Northeastern though. I think the line's telling you.
Yeah. Well, I don't like the way that Charleston is really playing. I know they're 10-4, but I feel like they're kind of just getting by. Northeastern at home, up in Boston. I'm with Rob. I like Northeastern. I'll lock up my guy Bill Cohen. Let's go.
I'm staying away. Moneyline Mac locking up Northeastern.
Well, that Nashville's gonna love Charleston.
Do we have a battle?
No, I'm actually double locking this with.
There you go, Nashville.
Yeah, the cocktail napkin has Northeastern as a 2-point favorite here. And I just think that Cohen's squad's going to be all right. And I don't know. Charleston's not been sharp lately, so I'll take Northeastern.
Max checked out.
Double lock on the Huskies of Northeastern. You guys aren't going to get me for that triple that we haven't had in a while.
Of the last 7 games that Charleston's played, only one of them have been larger than one possession W. So in regular time. There we go.
SIU Edwardsville. Shout out to Rogue Strummer giving us $5. Oh, wow. He's on Bryant. SIU Edwardsville's in Moorhead, Kentucky, taking on Moorhead State. Don't do it, Mac.
Moorhead's lost 5 in a row.
Discipline.
Baroni's how about Baroni? Fucking 18-9 here.
I liked them, dude. I made shit on them betting a couple times, but a couple times I've caught in their games. I kind of think they're a decent team. I'm gonna lay the 2.5. No bet.
I think I'm gonna go in on Southeast Louisiana, not Southeast Louisiana. SIU Edwardsville. I think that they're a legitimate contender in this league, and Moorhead's gone the other way. Yeah, I'll lock up SIUE.
Moneyline Mac locking up SIEU. SIUE.
There we go.
Yeah. Cool.
No CTE here. I was reading the chat. That was Andrew G. I appreciate you, man, but I mean, not for me.
It's a fucking exhibition game.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's a big deal for international hockey to be back.
Yeah.
It's only the second time in a decade that they've even played, so it's a great statement.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Lemoyne is playing basketball too.
Edwardsville versus Moorhead's playing.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good ones here. Like this next one. You want me to sell you on this game? Wait, did you select that or me? There you go. Central Arkansas.
Huge game.
Central Arkansas. You know they have been a team that I feel like maybe being slept on a little bit. They're only 7-21.
This is beautiful that you transitioned into this one.
Yes, well, West Georgia is fresh off of, they came up from D2 to D1, and they're an exciting new brand in college basketball. So West Georgia has not been favored much, and here they are favored.
Yep.
Can they and will they be able to prevail at home
with the game start time at 7:45? Are they playing hockey? What are they doing?
Do you know the stakes that are in this game?
No, I don't. I'm not aware.
This is fuck that hockey game. This game is for the fucking 10 seed in the ASUN tournament. Yeah. So you better watch out. That 10 seed has won the ASUN before, and you never know You never know. West Georgia could get hot.
Thank you for educating me.
I told you.
Behind the curtain.
Much better game. Lay the 4.5.
I'm locking West Georgia. I think the line's telling. I think they're gonna get hot here coming into the tourney, and they're not eligible.
You know what? I'm in.
They're not eligible to go to the dance, so those teams always play loose in these postseason tournaments. So yeah, West Georgia.
Let's go. Come howl at the Wolves. Lay the 4.5.
Beautiful game. This game is for a postseason berth, everybody.
Yes. Next up, Idaho in Flagstaff. Get this bullshit out of here. Northern Arizona is laying 3.5. The Vandals are live on the money line. No bet. Discipline Dundee. Give me Idaho to get this thing on the money line. What are you doing here?
I can't wait for this fucking game. Just to watch. Give me Idaho. No bet. Discipline.
Southern Utah is at Abilene Christian. AC's laying 7.5. I struggle with this one. Give me the points. No bet.
I'm gonna lock Abilene, man. I think that this team was way under the radar. They were 1-6, and I thought they were way better than the record. I think they're gonna just keep beating up on the bottom tier teams here. I like Abilene to open up another one here. I'll lay it.
Moneyline Mac, lock it up. The Wildcats of Abilene Christian. Now we got a rivalry game going on here.
It's a big game too.
The Jacksonville Dolphins. This is not in Brookings, South Dakota. This is in Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville is laying 1.5 against North Florida. Both these universities reside in the city of Jacksonville. I do believe we successfully locked up the first game as we took the. Oh no, I think I battled you. I think you took Jacksonville. I took North Florida.
And North Florida won outright.
Yeah.
Veta, you got to be going to these are your two teams of Veta.
Yeah, interesting spot here. Let's go.
Revenge game. Jacksonville.
Yeah, give me Jacksonville.
I'll lock up Jacksonville. I'll take Mincy. I think they're better.
I'll join you. Double lock on the Dolphins. Rivalry game. Of course it's better. Fucking USA, Canada.
Nice. They got some under the radar rivalry games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not even trying to shit on that hockey game. That hockey game is cool and everything. Love hockey. Hopefully we'll have a Frozen 4 episode for you, but I'm just saying, a little rivalry game going on here.
Yeah.
I know you're going to say Canada, USA rivals. Nah, not true. Not true. Next up.
Thanks to Max Boy, I think that rivalry actually might be more intense than it's ever been.
They would just be 1 of 51. They're not fucking special.
Lindenwood is in Little Rock. Didn't this game happen? Wasn't this wasn't this game canceled? Or no, they played on Lindenwood's court against another team. Who was that?
Yes.
Little Rock against somebody. I forget. Little Rock's like 9. This line's ridiculous. Lindenwood's going to cover this.
I'm trying to remember because Little Rock went through whatever. Like
it was Eastern Illinois.
The manager passed away, and then it fucked up Little Rock's whole schedule. But they've been good since then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mike. We need Russia back for a real rivalry, and Hollywood needs to sell that too. And that was the best part about the '80s. It was like
Hollywood ain't
USA Russia was like every movie. I'm taking the points on Lindenwood. All right. Carl Weathers would take the points. Lindenwood, may he rest in peace. What are you doing here?
I'll lay it. I think the OVC is a kind of league where they start separating a little bit. I think Little Rock and Edwardsville and SEMA are the 3 best teams. So
all right, buddy. Well, pick this one. All right, because this one's a bundle of fun. Coastal Carolina is catching
here.
Yeah, I go hockey game over this one. All right, if I'm being honest, hockey game makes this one. It makes it over this one. Southern Miss laying 6. I'm taking the points. Give me the points.
Well, by default, take the points because I will not lay points as a Curbelo team.
North Alabama is in Nashville, Tennessee, taking on South Dakota. What? Taking on Lipscomb.
Really fucked up the best.
Oh, why did you fuck up the slide before?
You know what happened, right? You know what happened, right?
No.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you can normally tell when my wife calls me in the other room for my son.
Oh, this one?
It had to be this one because it's the only time I put the computer down when doing this. And it had to be this one. So they're taking on Lipscomb.
Everything checks out except for the logo. So it was a great attempt. It wasn't too fucked up.
Do you want to set the stage for this game?
Yes, we need the best game of the day. I fucked up.
That's why it's hilarious. It's like, damn it, why did you just fuck up the coast?
White Tiger
fucked this slide.
Yeah. So you guys going with South Dakota?
So North Alabama 12-3, Lipscomb 11-4. North Alabama beat their ass at home.
I'm on Lipscomb.
Ooh, all right. I think it's a bad
6.5 though.
Dude, I like the Lipscomb team, but they struggle with these athletic teams. And Eastern Kentucky bothered them. North Alabama bothers them, I think. I think North Alabama is going to win again. I'll take the points. I'll take it on the money line. Lock.
It is too steep of a number. I think you're right.
Yeah. Cocktail Napkins got this at 2.5. I agree with Mac. I just think that this is going to be a thriller of a game. I think it's going to deliver. It's going to be within 2 possessions. So give me North Alabama.
I'm with you. I think Lipscomb wins by like 4, 3, 2, something like that. 6.5 is a little too steep.
Countdown.
There we go. Hey, we haven't heard this music all night.
There we go.
This is the White Tiger play of the night.
All right. He said, fuck Lipscomb.
Triple lock. Lipscomb. E-Dub in Greeley, Colorado. Is this correct? White Tiger Drew in this one too? No, it is correct. I will lay it. What are you doing here?
It was a long delay. Yeah, I'll lay it. Northern Colorado's off a loss, and I just don't know what I'm ever going to get from a Munson team. I'm not going to lie.
Next up, we got Western Illinois taking on SEMO. SEMO laying a big number. What's going on in the OVC these days?
It's
I actually think I should lay it.
Lay it. This feels like a smash spot still. I mean, it's just, I know it could be a little bit of a look at or let down off the big trip, but I mean, I'll still lay it. They're gonna fuck them up.
Moving along. No luck, right?
Nah, not too many. I don't do double digits in the OVC. Don't do that. I don't do that.
That's like me and the Ivy, right?
I haven't done this since John Moran. I was in the league with John Moran at the time, and I still wouldn't lay double digits with Murray State that year, even though they won by 30 every game.
Next up, we're going to Cookeville. A little fuck UT Martin. I can never get on the right side of UT Martin, man. Give me Tennessee Tech, which means you should take UT Martin.
Oh, buddy. 2, 4, 6, 8. All right, so we don't really have any teams fighting for a bid here, and because the top 8 make the tournament. Yeah, give me Martin in a bounce back here, I guess. No bet.
Yeah, no bet.
No bet.
USC, Maryland, just like God intended.
Sleep time.
Maryland's laying 10.5.
So you're checking into the hockey game during this time, Mac?
Over Big Ten basketball, the new Big Ten matchups. Yes.
It's actually kind of tempting.
I will take USC in the points. You could talk me into a lock here.
Don't we want to fade them coming east?
This is game 1, right? On the trip.
Yeah, I'll lock up Maryland. Maryland's a wagon.
I'm not locking this.
Yeah.
Discipline.
I'll lock up the big jockey Big Ten teams tomorrow. Maryland and Ohio.
I'm gonna jump in on this with Mac.
Double lock on the Terps. What's up, Bienick?
I'm gonna jump in on this with Mac. Cocktail Napkin agrees with it. Mac mentions the travel spot. I'm sold.
There we go. Double lock on the Terps. I will not watch that game. Eastern Illinois is in Evansville, Indiana, taking on Southern Indiana.
Elimination.
I got a lock here. Southern Indiana -3.5. I'll lock it up. Win by 7.
That win by 4 convinced you last time they played? That was their last win. Yeah, next loss for these teams eliminates them. I'll take our Screaming Eagles one last time. Final game of the year. Southern Indiana, lock it up.
Double lock on SIU. Next up, we got Utah Valley taking on Utah Tech, aka Dixie State and St. George. Rivalry game.
I was getting ready to say they're only laying 1.5, and I realized it was Oregon.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. 7.5. I'm currently seeing 7.5.
I mean, that line stinks. This is first place versus last place.
I'll take the points. No bet.
Yeah, I'll take the points here too. I mean, should we bet them?
I'm staying away. Discipline. Dundee is here to stay on Thursdays.
Yeah, I'll stay away. Dixie's kind of mailed it in, but they could get up for Valley here. Take the points.
Portland State's in Pocatello taking on Max Idaho State Bengals.
The Bengals.
What the hell is this line, huh?
Idaho State's going to fuck them up, baby.
What is this line? Portland State beat them by 17 just 3 weeks ago.
And now another dog.
Give me Portland State. No bet. Discipline play. You locking this?
I think the line's telling you to lock it. Back off the Montana trip. Back at home. Yeah. They've been good at home.
They have been good at home.
Money
line Mac. Locking up the Bengals of Idaho State. I'm tempted to jump on that. Just doesn't make any sense. This line. It's like UAB Rice.
Line reeks to high heaven. It's beautiful.
All right. You know what? I'm in. Doesn't make any sense. Give me Idaho State. Give me Idaho State. Next up, we go to Davis, California, Bakersfield at UC Davis. Davis laying 4.5. I'm going to lay it. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm going to lay it too. And you love the Big West. I think it's a good spot for Davis. I think they're the better team. They're off the beatdown against UC San Diego.
And Bakersfield's off a win.
Yeah, and they lost to Bakersfield the first time.
I think you're right.
I think you're
right. Double lock, Jim Les and UC Davis here. Next up, let's jump over to Sac State in Ogden, Utah. What could go wrong? Weber State laying 6.5.
What the fuck? They're laying 6.5 now. They've been kind of good lately, though. They've lost 3 in a row. I say that. Maybe they've been covering. I feel like they've been covering for me.
Give me Weber minus the points. No bet.
I'm not betting this game. I can't do it mentally. Give me Sac State. Let's go. Come on, Sac State. You guys are fucking terrible. Jeez, they've lost 7 in a row.
All right, let's have a conversation on this next one. La Tech in Murfreesboro taking on Middle Tennessee State. Middle Tennessee's coming off the 100 miles of hate. Is this La Tech's been so bad of late though?
Have they won a road game the whole fucking year?
3-6 on the road.
Phew. But you know what? They dropped both home games, so I'd like taking them on the road as a dog. I'll lock up La Tech.
I was thinking the same thing, man. It just seems
so
like
at some point they got to pop up, right?
These crowds have been weak. This is nationally televised. I'm there. La Tech plus 4.5, double lock. Sprinkle that money line. Next up, Sam Houston's in. Should we just do a parlay fading the 100 miles of hate? Taking on Western Kentucky.
Is Sam Houston going to win out?
I think Sam Houston's better than Western Kentucky, so I will take Sam Houston.
I think I agree with you. Yeah,
should we parlay Sam Houston and La Tech?
Yeah. Yep. I like Sam Houston. But
let's go.
Broken this year.
Double lock on the Bearcats of Sam Houston. Parlay that. Fading the 100 miles of hate rivalry. You know, the historic rivalry between Western Kentucky and Middle Tennessee. All right. Next up we go to. Oh, it is Seinfeld night. The chat, I know Rocco was talking about it. A few others in the chat were talking about it. In Boca Raton,
loves their Seinfeld.
Well, it's the marine biology episode, marine biologist episode. I can't talk tonight. I'm still sick. That's what it is. That's got to be what it is. But
what's that smell? You stink.
Classic Seinfeld drop there. FAU's laying 7.5. What are they giving out, bobbleheads or some shit? Someone hook me up with a fucking bobblehead if we're going to that. I want this here in the studio. If you're going to this game, they're doing some type of giveaway. What do you got to? What? Who can hook us up with one? Huh?
Hook us up.
FAU's laying 7.5. I'm laying it. Seinfeld night, baby. All right. Larry David went to Maryland with my mother. Gotta ride. Curb Your Enthusiasm is fucking great too. Lay it. What are you doing here, Mac?
Yeah, it's a battle of the Scott Drew assistants here. Jacobs versus Mills. I'm all over FAU. I'll lock it up. I think they win by double digits. We're getting Wichita off the Sunday fucking overtime thriller against Memphis. Winners of 3 in a row. Great spot to fade him here. All over FAU.
Moneyline Mac locking up the Owls. Discipline play. No lock for Dundee. Next up, we got Fullerton in Santa Barbara.
Ugh.
The Gauchos laying 15.5. That's a big number.
That is a ridiculously big number. They've been ass lately.
I'll take the points. No bet.
I'll take the points too. Have they been lightening the Thursday load a little bit with the slate?
Yeah, only 51 games tonight.
It used to be in the 60s, so they spread it out finally. Thank God.
Well, Long Island took the day off, the week off. Next up, Northridge is in Irvine. I'm actually really excited for this game. This is better than the hockey game. Yeah, I mean Irvine's laying 6.5. This is a good game, man. I'm very intrigued to see Irvine's coming back from the island.
Yeah, they look good out there too.
Give me Northridge in the points. No bet.
What did they do the first meeting, Irvine and Northridge?
Irvine won by 10.
I'm going to lock up Northridge. I think we get a tight one here. I think this is going to be a fun game. I like the way Northridge is playing, and they've been good as a dog, and I'll fade them coming off the island and revenge gangle. Let's go Northridge.
Moneyline Mac, lock it up, Northridge. Discipline player. I just can't wait to watch this game. Can't wait to watch this game. Next up, we have Long Beach State catching 11.5 in Riverside, California, and I am gonna lock this one up. Give me the 11.5 in Long Beach. This is like a backyard battle. They're not separated by that much mileage, unless you go at 4 o'clock or something. Time wise, will take you a while. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Riverside blew them out at Long Beach, but part of me, like when in a rivalry, when they blow you out on your home floor, I like it taking them on the road spot coming back. I'm with you. I like Long Beach. Let's
Riverside's gonna win by like 4.
Agree.
Right.
I think this is gonna be a tough game. In Riverside,
double lock on the Dirtbags. What are you gonna say in Riverside? What?
No, I thought they had a look ahead. They don't have a look ahead. For some reason, I thought they had UC San Diego or Irvine, but they don't. So I just spoke.
Next up, we go to Malibu, California. Oregon State laying. I'm seeing this at 6.5 right now. What is that? I'm gonna lay it. No bet.
Can't trust Oregon State. Give me Pepperdine.
Next up. Okay, we should talk about this. Cal Poly's been darlings of ours all year, but San Diego's in fuck you mode, and I do believe they might win this game by 20 points. They won the first matchup by 27.
Yeah,
I kind of think we should hammer San Diego, dude.
You know what? They're doing a good job of fucking padding their stats because they want to get their net as high as possible for the at large. With that said, man, that's a lot of points against Cal Poly.
I know, and they've been our darlings, so I was conflicted.
I know, they've been great as a dog.
Push says Cal Poly first half.
All right, maybe Discipline Dundee shows his face here. Give me UC San Diego, no bet.
Is UC San Diego going to cover every goddamn game? No. Cal Poly's covering. I'm locking though. They're going to get in one. They're going to get a close in one of these games. It's closer to March.
Moneyline Mac locking up Cal Poly.
Our boys from Cal Poly.
Pacific. It's taking on the Dons of San Francisco. I'm seeing this at 16.5 now. God, I feel like I take this bait every year and I get my ass whooped.
Yeah.
Every year I'm like Stockton to San Francisco's nothing. I was like, okay, they can cover this. This is a rivalry game. And then like San Francisco wins by 30. You could talk me into a lock on Pacific.
The Dons only won by 8 earlier this year.
I think it did. Yeah, it did hit for us. I think we actually.
it's a new regime here. I mean, it's a new coach. I mean, the Pacific before that was pathetic. Yeah, I'll lock a Pacific.
16.5, man.
Yeah, no thank you. Give me Dave Smart. Let's go.
Double lock, Pacific. And the final game on the card, no Hawaii on the slate here. LMU is on Herb Sendek and Santa Clara. The Broncos there on ESPN2. This is a game that LMU pops up. I think we should lock LMU. Strange fucking team. And occasionally they get up and play. They beat Santa Clara in the first matchup. I just think this is a big ass number. Mac?
Yep, I'll join you.
Bienick, triple lock?
Nope, lock battle. Revenge angle for Santa Clara, and also they play pretty good off of losses as they have in the conference slate. The last time they lost to St. Mary's, they then went out and murdered Pacific by 33 there. I think Santa Clara comes out a little pissed off. I've always liked this roster. I think they're really, really up and down, but I can count on them being motivated for two different reasons. So give me the Broncos.
LMU's lost 2 in a row. That's what you're underestimating. They get up. They're a strange team. Like they've lost 2 in a row. Anyway, battle. Dundee, Mac on the Lions, Bienick on the Broncos. And that is our slate. Top plays of the night. What are we doing? 4? 5?
I'm good with 4.
Which one? 5. Let's do 5.
I've only got 4.
Squeeze one in, Bienick.
Yeah. Well, give us your fucking hockey play then, you pile of shit. Yeah. There we go.
No fucking brainer. We're repping the red, white, and blue.
There you go. Well, you never know these days, right? I like my fade the 100 miles of hate parlay here. I like La Tech and I like Sam Houston. I know they're both road teams. It's just something, it's dangerous. Give me those 2 as 2 of my 5. For 3, man, am I really going to take off fucking road teams? No, give me Vermont as 3.
Yeah.
4. Trying to decide which one I like better between Georgia Southern and Georgia State. Maybe I just stay away. 4. Let's go to. I don't have that many plays, believe it or not. So 4, give me Long Beach State in the points against Riverside. And 5, I will take Georgia Southern in the points against App. Deeper than hate. Mac, fire.
I love FAU big tomorrow against Wichita. I love that spot. I love La Tech. Foxhole spot hitting the road here. I love North Alabama at Lipscomb. I'm trying to think what else I love. Oh,
I am going to lock that FAU game with you now. The more I think about it. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
And then I love Vermont and Northeastern as short home dogs. Disrespecting the staples.
Bienick, fire.
In order of confidence, I like Maryland minus 10.5 to smoke USC in that road trip or flight trip or whatever you want to call it for the Trojans there. Santa Clara minus 12.5 off the loss against St. Mary's. North Alabama, I think they're getting a little disrespected with this number, plus 6.5, and the game of the year in the ASUN, in our opinion. That one's going to be tight, in my opinion. And then Northeastern, plus 1.5 against Charleston. I just think Charleston has not been playing the greatest ball lately. They've been playing with their food. and a lot of close games recently. So give me the Huskies.
All right, and I guess our bonus play of the night is the Team USA to get it done against Canada. Sorry. Sorry, there's a sorry, folks. There's a reason. There's a reason why John Candy came to America. Jim Carrey came to America, right? He didn't stay up in fucking Toronto trying to make it big. All right.
This sucks.
Yeah. I love Canada. Don't get me wrong, but not tomorrow. All right. Let me know who wins the game, Bienick.
I'll watch it for you.
There you go.
I'm just here to bring diversity to this set here. Give the kind of white man's perspective.
Colby,
point guard position.
I forgot how long that clip is. Colby will actually be doing the baseball picks show during that. I forgot.
There we go.
So,
wait, I thought you said 21st. I think your text says 21st. I don't think you know what day of the week it is.
Do I know?
Does Bienick have Cloud Brain?
Yeah, 21st. Picks for the 21st.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that confused me. I thought you wanted to do it on the 21st. So we're going to have the conversation because I was like, wait a second. I'm on a show then. All right, we're good. We don't need to hear this. They don't need to fucking hear this. Give Noah Bienick a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_.
Mike asked about it, so we told him.
There is a baseball show tomorrow.
Time to be determined because odds for college baseball are always, sparing. We don't know when they're exactly going to release.
Yes. Give Moneyline Mac a follow on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Also, check out the College Baseball Experience. We will be live some point tomorrow. Also, the College Football Experience just dropped a brand new episode. Bill Belichick to North Carolina. Go listen to it.
How about that?
We talked about the Carolina schedule. ACC doing some favors.
Girlfriend too.
She did come up twice, I believe.
They thought he couldn't recruit. I think it'll be just. Old Bill got it still. Tom Brady got it. He got it though.
in both the recruitments, he goes money.
Yeah, the age-old tale. Age-old tale. All right. Anyway, folks, till next time. This is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
My darts, you get ripped apart. Save the cookie cutter mother for 106 apart. Guzzle your liquor while I sip your heart. You never dumb it down, dog. If you're smart, I throw out a couple of lines. Fighters are quick to cross. Fishing you on a dick till I piss you off. It goes tits and bras, lips and jaws. I use my common sense to see the bitch and all. Good thing you got the market corner. Kids and malls. Grip the red carpet as you slip and fall off. Another career spear. Thanks for trying tough luck. You get an A for effort and an F for shut the fuck up. Here's a hint. Put down the mic, you catch a glimpse. And keep your eyes wide when you see me. Mike's I sees them. So when you see him, you got a good reason to look. Catch a glimpse. A lot of these heads need to improve their improv. Talent's not a program you download to install. Quality spread through hard work, no involved. My peers respect me because I'm genuinely evolved. Beyond gathering names to build up my buddy list. You decide friendships and pounds of suicide and bloody risk. Come equipped or leave empty-handed. They don't call me C's for nothing. See the camera? Smile. Click. Here comes the picture. You act like a child. Manhood don't fit you. I'll break your own style down to a bumper sticker. I never need a gun to lift you. Here's a hint. Put down the mic and catch a glimpse.